Alright, welcome in Robert, Rex, Tank, and Sawyer. I forgot where we're at percentage-wise. Let's see, 53. Okay, so we didn't change from the last mission we had just completed. So Rex has got to be right back, going to get his last 2 loads for the day. Roberts has got a stomach ache. Tank's doing pretty good. Oh wait, yeah, it's up here. Welcome in, Nuno. How are you doing? Gizmo, welcome in. How are you doing as well? I thought about playing some Farm Sim today, but I got on and I was like, man, I don't remember where I even was. It's been so long. I was like, let me just go back to SnowRunner. We still got half this season to beat, but maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll play some Farm Sim, we'll see. Alright, Gizmo is starting up a heist. Robert's joining. I saw a thing today that said Farm Sim is 6 weeks out. FS25, that is. Yeah, I rarely use this truck, you know. Tank is also joining, Soren's joining. If I do use it, I usually use it with a crane. I pretty much always run a crane on whatever truck I'm using, just because it's way easier to just have a bunch of cranes all over the place. Because then when I get to a situation like I'm in right now, where it's like, I gotta go pick up 6 fertilizer things, I can only carry 4. So I have to, like, well, yeah, I'll probably pack 4 and then have the 2 unpacked. And then if we can drive there nicely without it falling off, we could then just pack those last 2 and deliver them. It does have to go to 2 separate spots though. Hello Marty, welcome in. How are you doing today, Marty? Hello again, Sawyer. You probably got an ad when I first said hello, so... Gizmo says, I'm doing fine, thank you. Also doing Season 14, about 40%. Very nice. Oh, I have it in low. I was like, why can't I back up? Geez, that was deeper than I thought. Don't ask me why I thought it would be a good idea to go this way. Because to be honest, I couldn't tell you. Bartosz, welcome in. Bad Boy Gamer, welcome in. How are you guys doing? Bad Boy Gamer says, still sick, but feeling a lot better. Yeah, that's good. I know you got some medication, your daughter said yesterday, so hopefully you're feeling a little better. Oops. There we go. I think yesterday I drove in this place with the Peterbilt 379 in the trailer. You might have, yeah, this is kind of... So, once you get to this intersection, there's kind of 2 ways you can go, and either way you can end up at the farm. But if you want to go up here, there's no road that goes like straight to it, so it's like one of these roads, this road that I'm taking, this road over here, or this one way up here. And there's no like quick way to it. Lesson says 21 watching and 5 likes. What is this? Very good point there, Lessons. Welcome in iDrive. Sorry I missed your comment. I saw it pop up. My ratio OCD must be pleased. Please, get it back to 21. You'll be back in a little bit. Sounds good, Robert. The fam yuck. Yeah, we gotta do some farming. I haven't done much of that. And for this, to do the next... Oh, I didn't even realize my fuel's getting kind of low. I just saw my fuel tank light up red. To get to the next farming mission that I want anyways, because there's... I could go do like this field over here. But this one, right where we are, where we have the machines, I need to do... You reap what you sow. So... That is what we're going to work on right now. Instead of farming, instead of bringing my equipment all the way to the other field and then bringing it all back, it just makes more sense to use this while it's here. Says it was here. You can go through the trees. There's a place. Okay. Me and her both are sick with the same thing. That's not good. That's how it usually goes, though. When somebody gets sick, it goes through the whole family. Unless you're pretty good at avoiding everybody. Martis checking his points. Drop a like. Enjoy the stream. Stay for the shenanigans and endless tip-overs. Actually, this is probably one of our best seasons for tip-overs so far, Lessons. I think we've tipped... I want to say it was 4 times. Then I think it was 4, 0, and 1. And then yesterday we had like a half tip. Maybe you can call it a tip. So... yeah, I think we've tipped like 5 to... Maybe if you want to call that one a tip, 6 times. I think that's pretty good. We're in about, I think 18 hours. So even if you round up to 6, we're at 1 tip every 3 hours. I think that's pretty good. Alright, park about here. We got the crane on the 605R. You believe we're on 6? Yeah, it depends on how you count that the last one with the Azov. Because we tipped over. We didn't lose the engine, but we lost the... what is it called? The futon off the top. If I'm keeping track, I'm not counting that because I never lost my engine, but... I'll leave it up to you guys. That's what, Spoon said it counts for a full one. Tank says it counts for a half. It's kind of whatever you want to call it, I guess. Welcome in, Simon. Welcome in, Gordon. How are you guys doing? Eunice says maybe I should start to master the trailer trucks to avoid the fem. So far, so good, Gordon. We just started. We got to do some farming today to kind of catch up. Because we've only done... Well, I guess we did 1 farming thing yesterday. But we had only done 1 until that point. And that was just to unlock the futon tractor, the big tractor. So, yeah, we're a little bit behind on the farming stuff. I think what I might do is use the futon here for a mission or 2, and then maybe I'll grab the Kirovitz and use that. I don't know, or maybe, I don't know, let me know what you guys think. What tractor should we use? Should we use the K700 for the next map stuff? Or even this map, I guess there's another spot we gotta go to. K700, K7M, or the Ancatra. Or I guess I'll just leave all 4 of them in. You could use the futon as well. What would you rather see? Great, getting ready to upgrade my Xbox One to a Series X. That's awesome, Simon. That's a good feeling. Vitaly, welcome in. How are you doing today, Vitaly? Rex is back. Welcome back, Rex. Got the last load or 2 strapped down. Nathan Province, I think he calls the Fem the Flawed God. That's funny. That's a good name. Pablo, welcome in as well. Got a lot of people stopping in today. The reading, the chat, tip over, coming soon. Yeah, legal disclaimer, yada yada yada. Can't understand legalese. I like it. Lessons. I use the futon when I have guests sleeping over. Nice. Oh, futon. I misread that. Use the HX? Yeah, we could do that. You're doing fine, thanks. You're logging. Oh yeah, this season has quite a bit of logging, doesn't it? Especially when you count those medium logs, the 10 burnt ones. That'll take a bit. Then you're going to order FS25. Very nice, Simon. I have yet to order FS25, but I will have to do that here pretty soon as well. Teddy, welcome in. I haven't checked, I think, today. But yeah, the last time I checked, I think I needed still... what was it? I think it was like 980 euros still. Probably about between... I think between like 4 and 8 of that, or 4 and 7 of that has been spoken for. Just people that said they'll use the code and haven't pre-ordered it quite yet. So once that's all done, we'll be pretty close. Oh no, don't fall out. Dang it. Farmer JJ, yes. We're farming today. We gotta do some catching up on the farming in this season. The farming did not make me a happy camper, I have to say, but the tractor with the 6 wheels makes it easier because it's sharp turn radius. Okay. Ratio's getting better there, Lessons. Very good. Rex says, yes, I'm headed into my last 2 deliveries. You have completed the one with 10... Wait, you did 10 in one ride? Wow. You must have used the Forester, right? $10 in one go, that's a lot of logs. I think the most I've done was like 24 or 27. Actually, no, I think I did 28. I carried an extra 1 or 2. So, I think I was supposed to carry 27. I carried 28. Good for you. That's a lot. That's a lot of logs in one trip. Okay, where are these two going? Both of them are on the next map. That place is probably easier to get to because this has the collapsing wall. Okay. Hey Rex, you a heavy goods driver? He says, Teddy, I deliver wood to job sites. Alright, we can turn left right here even. Get to that road and go north. Was that when you filled up the whole trailer with loose logs? Yeah, that was that time, Tank. And I didn't have a trailer pulling behind me, which is something that I learned. If you're going to do that, you're going to want to pull a trailer behind you, because then you can take out 3, pack them into the trailer behind you, and then deliver it. Whereas I had to pull out like 20, and then pack my 3 and deliver it, and then put back in 3, pack it, deliver it, and then put back like 15 more. So I was doing way more work. I've been watching JJ streams for so long, I still remember the baby tree. Yeah, the baby tree from Tamir. Who else remembers the baby tree? Probably not. You might be the only one in here, Pavo. Anybody else remember the baby tree that saved my life like 4 times in Tamir? Marty might. Yeah, Savage is a good overloader. If you guys have ever seen Savage, I would say Savage is better than I am. Savage goes with some crazy loads. I remember watching him in Yukon. He has a short video of it. He had like... If I had to throw out a guess, it'd probably be like 20 cargo. Maybe even more than that. It was on the twin steer. It's probably more than that. Yeah, it's probably close to 30. He had like 4 metal beams, 3 high, and then he had a couple extra on top. He probably had about 30 cargo in one trip, and somehow within the like 5-minute video that he was driving, he didn't lose it. And I'm like, how? How do you do that? Welcome in, Bryce. Gotta clamp down a little harder on this. Yeah, that's why I said I like to use it with the crane on the previous truck. Then we could just use the FEM. Actually, that truck's almost out of fuel, isn't it? I forgot it's getting pretty close. Baby tree MVP for sure. Yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah, that baby tree, it was one single tree, and it was like a small tree. I'll try and find one like similar in size. I mean, maybe this one off to my left, the small one there. That was probably even too big. It was like really, really small. But yeah, there was this one tree I kept tipping over at this one spot, like kind of to my right here. There's like this hill that goes off. I had to go up and over this little hill, and every time I almost flipped. Oh, like this one right here probably. That still seems too big. Maybe this one on the left here. It was something like that. A really small tree, and it saved my life like 3 or 4 times. He probably watches where he's driving and not reads chat. Who is that for, Gizmo? Am I the only person who uses trailers in this game? I do, but I try not to for the most part. I like to use like a 2-slot bed with cranes. Oh, I think you're talking about Savage, Gizmo. Yeah, that's probably fair. You can tell Saber's not listening because most people did not like the farming. What do they do? New season, 2 new tractors, no one wants farming missions. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Of course, I even still remember the accident with the guardrail in Michigan with the long logs. That was pretty funny. You were very tired that day, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you're right, Marty. I don't remember what exactly I had going on. I just remember that I wasn't able to record until super, super late. And I was like, it's either I record now or I wait like 2 days to record. And I was like, I don't want to wait 2 days because it's quiet. And my house usually isn't that quiet. So I was like, it's quiet and I got time. I'll just, I can record now and I can do something different in 2 days. I started recording the episode and like really shortly after starting recording. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. And yeah, I basically fell asleep. I was super tired from working. I was like, alright, I guess this is it for the episode. It was only like an hour, but I only did like 10 minutes of work, and then I literally like half fell asleep on driving. Went over the guardrail with long logs. Somehow didn't lose it, but yeah, I was like, alright, and then I spent the rest of the like 50 minutes trying to get the truck out without losing the logs. Everyone seems to just overload. Welcome in, Saki. How are you doing, Saki? I never carried cargo on the roof of a truck. Did you learn something new today, Nuno, or you've never tried it? The Zix is one of the few trucks that has a nice, really big flat spot that if you have a crane, you can stack some pretty good amounts of materials there. Farming is less bad than Season 9 water, but only slightly less. I hear a lot less people complain about the water, but I'm one of them that does complain about it. I feel like 7 had too much racing, 8 had too much farming, 9 had too much water. But I don't hear it very often from any other people, Zing. Most people that I talk to just don't like the racing and the farming. I say racing, but contests, whatever. But you saved everything in the middle of the night, respect. Yeah. To be honest, I don't know how I didn't lose it, Marty, because it was in a pretty bad spot. I was like, oh man, this is not good. How am I gonna fix this? I can't remember exactly, but I know I for sure had one wheel over the guardrail. I think it might even been 2 or 3, like all 3 axles. The tractor sucks to drive. I remember saying we'll be fine. It's just the Yukon region. Should be a breeze on hard mode. That didn't age well. Yeah, I don't remember having a lot of hard times with Yukon the first time I played through. I know I've mentioned this before, but when I first started playing the game, I was the person that was using 6 of these Zix trucks. I didn't even notice the fem had turned off. I was using all the overpowered trucks. I didn't use mods still, but I was using like the most powerful trucks there was. And I think that's why when I played through Yukon the first time, I didn't really have a tough time with it. And then I went back with all of my Michigan trucks, because we're only using the trucks that we find in this, well, not this mode, but the hard mode that we were playing. And so yeah, it was super difficult with all those Michigan and Alaska trucks. SD1 says it's pay to win stuff he hates. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pay to win either. What truck were you using in that long log story? I believe it was the GMC MH9500 Bryce, because we were still on the first map of Michigan. This was like the very start of my hard mode. It was one of the very early trucks. I'm like 99% sure it was the GMC MH9500. Anyone feel the Earthroamers are worse upgraded? I don't think so, but to be honest, I haven't really used them stock that much, so maybe I'm missing out. Like farming, you can set up and just crank it out. It's not like driving around all over the field over and over. It's still not fun driving all over the field, sorry. It was in Black River at the place where you have fallen power lines. Yeah, I mean, I can show you exactly where it was. Oops. It was right here, Bryce. Like Marty just said, right by the fallen power line. I had come down this road. I kind of like dozed off for a second. I remember it was by these rocks, and I like went up over the guardrail halfway, and my truck was like, all 3 of my left side tires were over the guardrail, and the logs were all messed up. It was a pretty bad spot. And again, at the time, I only had Michigan trucks. So anything to rescue, it was basically like the Fleet Star, and that was it. I didn't even have the P16, and I didn't even have the twin steer yet. I basically just had the smallest things possible. Saki remembers that as well. Nuno says DLC trucks like the Mastodon. Saki says I'm fine. There was one time when I carried cargo no roof. It was the P12. It has a nice flat spot. I don't use the P12 enough. The problem with the Earthwormers is they slide in the road, have you noticed? I haven't noticed that, Nuno, but I don't know. Maybe this is just how I see all trucks, but pretty much anytime you drive at speed in this game, you're slipping. So yeah, roads are slippery in SnowRunner. Marty? We got another Marty. We got Marty McFly and Marty Montgomery. Both Marty M's. How are you doing today, Marty? With the Fleet Star, JJ was screwed. It lifts in the front wheels. Cargo's terrible truck. I still like the Fleet Star. I think it's a great starting truck. I wish we had more of those types of trucks in the game. Sort of off-road or like a lower end off-road or a high end. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try to adjust this quick. I'm gonna try and grab this bottom one. Why is it not letting me? There we go. And that was a fail. I was going to try and move it just a little bit to the left, and it missed the whole thing. Yeah, I think the Fleet Star's a really good starting truck. I wish we had a couple more trucks like that. I'm optimistic that they'll add a few more now that they say we're done with Scouts. Although I'm still kind of skeptical because they said we were done with Scouts, then they're like, oh wait, we got one more. And I was like, okay, we got one more, that's fine. And then they came out with both the Earth Roamers. So they said one more. Well, they said none, and then they came out with 3 since, but I'll give them the correction saying one more, but an extra 2 after that, I don't know. The OGTB is here. Eagle, welcome in. How are you doing, Eagle? It was the best time back then because you had to fight for everything crazy times. That's true, Marty. That was good times. I feel like if I were to do another playthrough, I would do either a small trucks playthrough, which we've talked about many times on the channel, or a playthrough that you basically are stuck with all the base game trucks, no DLC trucks. Or maybe you do have DLC trucks, but they're like just for fixing and fueling or something like that, to where it's like all your hauling is done with the base game trucks. That way you're kind of always in that, like, using less powerful trucks. If you want to increase the power, use a high-speed gearbox. That's usually what I do. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that I pretty much always run high-range gearboxes. I don't normally run off-road. Don't slander the poor Fleet Star Nuno, it did nothing wrong. Hopefully when Roadcraft comes, driving on roads will be better. I'm kind of skeptical on that one. I just feel like driving at speeds with any Saber game doesn't work. If you guys watched recently, when I was gone, I played what was it called? What is that racing? Oh, Dakar Desert Rally. And at the start of that game, at the start of the video, I was sliding all over the road, and one of the first comments on there was like, "Speed and Saber just don't mix, do they?" And I was like, "No, yeah, you're right. Any game Saber makes with speed just doesn't work." You really? That's the first I've heard of a fan of the 5600. The best international truck is the Paystar 5600. I would say it's the HX 520, but the Paystar's a really nice truck, especially at the time when it came out. It was the first 3-slot truck with a crane. It had the big fuel tank, which we hadn't had at that point. I feel like this is the wrong road to be going down. It had a lot of upgrades you could get, which is kind of cool. It had all-wheel drive, engageable diff lock, all-wheel drive, a race suspension, bigger engine, lots of stuff to look for, which is fun. Bryce says, same JJ. They use a different engine in Roadcraft. Yeah, they are using a different engine. I'm still skeptical, Saki. I'm optimistic, but I'm skeptical, if that makes sense. Zing says the HX 520 is by far the best. Are you sure, Zing? You don't want to change that to possibly a Transtar, International Transtar? Just saying. I know you like that truck. I was lucky to winch my Scout without fuel to the fuel station in British Columbia. Oh, Fleet Star works, but after a while, there are better trucks. Yeah, exactly. The Fleet Star works, but after a while, it just gets overtaken. And that's kind of what I was getting at with, like, if I were to make another playthrough that wasn't the small trucks one, I feel like I would make a rule, like some sort of a rule that we can't use the newer trucks, so we're always in that like in those base game trucks, and it never gets overtaken, basically. Alright, I feel like I probably should run down to the fuel station, though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Just gonna make a quick pit stop at the fuel station. The TranStar is the best truck. I like the look of the Dakar, but the reviews were bad. I actually enjoyed racing it. I thought it was pretty fun. I have too many games and not enough time to play. But it was fun to play some other different stuff and just get a first look at them. Like I said, I'm a little bit too competitive for racing games. I always try to I always try and take first place, but I push it too far to where the point I'm crashing into stuff, and then yeah, the only way I can win is having it on easy mode, and I don't like playing stuff on easy mode. Alright. Oops, one more. Bryce, you don't like the HX520, huh? HX520 is flippy, Paystar 5070 is even worse. Yeah, the 5070 is pretty tippy. Zing says the 5600 isn't. Okay, so Rex says the W990 is the best truck. Zing says TranStar. Then Rex corrects it and says Crocodile. 5600 has better tires too. Well, with the JAT tire pack now, the 5600 has obviously gotten a little better with the wider tires. Same with the twin steer. They're both pretty tippy, but when you add the wide tires, it makes it a lot easier. TV says yes, it is flippy, the 5600 TS. 5600 is more powerful, even if it is quite flippy. I don't know if you guys know this. There's a TV show called like Flippy or something. My nephew likes to watch it. So that's kind of funny. It's Flippy! Who else is interested in seeing the Giants racing game? I haven't seen anything about it, Rex. I know they're the, I forget the word, but like, they're the one who published it, the publisher? I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Publisher for the game? So somebody else is making it, they're just publishing it, if I'm not mistaken. The Flippy Kings are the ANK and the 5070. Man, if you played the game for a long time... Oh, Blippy, yeah, you're right, Rex. Blippy. I don't know why I was thinking Flippy. It's Blippy! The ANK, when this game first came out, was so flippy. Oh, hello, Alfredo. Sorry, I saw your previous comment. I was too busy talking. Alfredo says, it's light and it's fish Alfredo. El Carpo. That's funny. El Carpo. Your nephew watches Blippi as well? Nice. Last delivery, heck yes. Very nice, Rex. That is Flipper, the bush kangaroo, with Clarence, the cross-eyed lion. TB says, I play normal mode, but I only use any fuel from any fuel trailer that I find. Skippy, I meant, okay. Yeah, when I started my hard mode, that was one thing that I tried to do, was use as much fuel as we could. Oops. Use as much fuel as we could find before we bought any fuel, and so we were pretty inefficient with fuel. Like sometimes we would be like 26 liters over, and instead of using 20, like say 30 or something in the truck and then just filling it up with 4, I would just turn it in because I didn't want to buy fuel. Don't search up Blippi before he was famous. Let me... Ah, dang it. Gotta move forward a bit. I wonder if it's because the, yeah, the cargo on there, okay. Alfredo says, okay, I'm looking it up. Oh, I don't use fuel. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong, TB. So TB does not use any fuel from trailers he finds, only buys it from the fuel station. Nuno says the ANK is only useful if you need a tanker truck. Make sure to leave it in flat terrain. Nuno, I wish you would have played at the start of the game to see how flippy that ANK used to be. Especially before it got balloon tires. Before it had the weight correction, or not weight correction, center of gravity correction, and the big balloon tires. Okay, I gotta go left. I was thinking about it for a second, and I'm like, well, this truck is not gonna make it down that road because of the trailer legs. Actually, no, it is the wider area. Maybe it would. Twin steers flippy mostly because of its design. The only way it could be fixed with Mr. Bus's OP mods. I use simple one, but has more fuel. ANK has always been terrible for you. Oh! I looked over and I saw it like turning really sharply. I was like, what's going on? That's no good. How do you roll a FEM when you're pulling it and it's doesn't even look that bad? I feel like I just accomplished a feat right there. How is that possible? There we go. When I started playing, I did when you guys were tired of finishing maps. Whoa. Things got kind of weird there for a second. Yeah, I remember I started my hard mode when Season 9 was out. Season 10 was not out because I remember asking... I was still in Michigan, and I was like, do you guys want me to jump up to Season 10 when that comes out? And I said I'd play it all in order, so they're like, no, you said you'd play it in order? We want to see it in order. Like, fair enough. I think it'd be fun to play some of these new regions on hard mode right when they first come out. Instead of normal mode, just for the added difficulty. But I wouldn't want to play it on hard mode and then replay it again. Just because we've already kind of played it. If that makes any sense at all, I don't know. Unless we had like a totally separate set of rules, because if we were just playing it, I don't know, it would just not feel the same, I guess. Alright. Don't know, ask yourself. You did it, JJ. Okay. Is that Peekabri? I don't know if I said that right. Welcome in, Peekabri. If that's how you say it. How are you doing? Welcome in. This is not going as planned. Okay, that'll have to do. You're doing good. How about me? I'm also doing well. Thank you for asking. We're just working here on getting some of these soybeans delivered. I don't know why I thought it was fertilizer first. Oops, I have to disconnect the switch, don't I? After we deliver these, then we can go back to doing some farming. We got some farming to do to catch back up. I've only done 2 farming things so far in about 18 hours, so I'm a little behind on the farming side of stuff. Una says, White Western Star. What's going on with that fem? He's not turning. I'm going to try and catch it up as close as I can. Is the only nice tank. Quite stable, has decent power. Yeah, I like the White Western Star a lot. It's a fun one. I still remember the first time I played it trying to recover that truck and get it up that hill and stuff. That was quite the battle. And then you have the super medium lug Cat 745C. Love that truck. Welcome back, Robert. I think it's about time for Oh, sorry, I saw Martin as well. Martin, I missed your comment. I was busy talking. He says, I'd say the Azov Antarctic is also a bit tippy. Yeah, that is a very tippy truck as well. Good point there. Okay. So I think the only request we have so far is to use the HX520. I don't think it was Pablo that said it. Oh, not too much, no. We haven't, we picked up all the soybeans and we've just drove till here. That's basically all we've done so far. We did tip over once, which you got back just after we got it picked up. Don't ask me how I managed to tip over the fem while pulling it behind me, but I did. Yeah, the Cat 745C never got obsolete in any map. It's a great truck. Yeah, it's still a good truck. Hasn't been overtaken. Oh. Has not been overtaken. I guess you could argue for medium logs the Forester would be better, but I don't know. They're kind of 1-to-1 if you ask me. So the Cat, I think, could be wrong. I think the Cat has bigger tires, more power, and the Forester has a crane. We're talking specifically about mediums, though. Forester has a crane, and then the bigger engine in the Cat actually makes the it's more like it's stronger, right? So you can get up stuff a little bit easier, but also the fuel consumption's way higher. So fuel consumption in the Forester's a lot better. Rushing side has nothing better than the Cat. The Russian side doesn't really have great logging vehicles, Nuno. There's nothing that's really good for logging on the Russian side. Like there's plenty of good ones, but not like a really, really good one, if you know what I mean. They're kind of just okay. Where there is a will, there is a way. Yeah, we found a way to do it. I don't know how, but we did. I think I'm going to try and sneak between those trees instead of trying to correct that. Get a Doc Busby. Never heard of that one. 520 SE. It's a beast. There we go. As an Antarctic people talk about is not good. It should be like the Fem. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is like a smaller Fem. It's like a 2-slot Fem. It's got big tires. I think maybe even the same size tire. I can't remember. I believe they're 63s. Skip forward a little bit here. Uh-oh. There we go, we got it. Koi, welcome in. Hey JJ, just stopping by to ask, is it me or does SnowRunner do a truck rebalance? They usually adjust trucks every single time there's an update, Koi. But a lot of the times they're not every truck. It's like they'll adjust 2 or 3 trucks, and I know this time they did. And by adjust, I mean just make some changes. There's usually a lot of small changes that nobody really cares about, like the lighting and stuff on trucks. Like there's flickering here and there, or the mirror is bugging out, or small stuff. I know they added some stuff to the Sprinter. I know they changed the Fleet Star's saddle a little bit. Both the Kirovits got their diff locks no longer. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Both the Kirovits have their diff locks no longer on. Actually, hang on. Stop this truck. This one can go there. Both the Kirovits have their diff locks to switchable now. And so, yeah, there's a couple of little changes that they make. So what is that, 5 trucks? 1, 2, 3, 4. I already lost track. But yeah, they do some small changes pretty much all the time. I don't think there's anything really big that happened, as far as I know. But I was kind of out of the loop for the last like 3 or 4 weeks, just because I was gone on vacation. Then I got back and was kind of behind the 8 ball with some stuff. And yeah, I haven't checked basically since the. I'm trying to think when the last update was. The last update that I remember. I don't remember there being an update the week I left, so it may be on the September the 1st or so, because I left on the 7th, which was Saturday. So yeah, I'm basically an entire month out of date as far as the other changes. So if they did make something in that time, I don't really remember. Or didn't even see it, possibly. Teddy says it's a modded truck. I see some crazy hauling going on. Welcome in, Ultra. Martin says, well, yeah, the Antarctic got power crept from by the Fem, true. But it got me through Yukon, so I have a sweet spot for it. I'm sure those big tires were super helpful in Yukon. I've only used it a few times, and it's been pretty tippy every time I've used it. Oh, actually, I don't need... Now that I've delivered, I don't need this truck, the crane anymore. You've noticed a buff in the P12. Like I said, Koi, I don't know if they've changed anything in the last couple of weeks, but if they have, I'm unaware. I don't know of anything that they adjusted for the P12, but I would say go and watch Nathan Province's videos if he has any over the last like 3 weeks. He would have talked about some of the changes there for the P12, if they had any. There's other people you could watch too, but I think Nathan probably covers it better than the rest, so that is where I would head. But I mean, this one seems a lot bigger. Let's see if we can get this to go. There we go. Ford F-750 seems nerfed. Dan nerfed. Kirovitz got nerfed. Yeah, both those did, for sure. Well, if you count it as a nerf. Some might see it better as for farming. Just in general, a lot of trucks between super heavy and light classes seem to be messed with. I have checked on the other maps, Ultra. So with the update to SnowRunner, does it affect the whole game, or is it just Season 14? Some of it's the whole game. Like the truck up, or the truck changes, those affect the trucks no matter which maps they're on. And some of the time they fix some stuff that are like, well, maybe not fix, but add stuff that's across the entire thing, like the new trailers. There's some new logging trailers that have been introduced. Those trailers will work in any region. So it's not just Season 14. You can buy those trailers and use them right off the start of the game. Sorry guys if I missed your comment. Again, feel free to send it back in. I'm trying to keep up here. Nuno says the BM17. I always forget which way that goes. The BM17 is worse than the P512 or better? I can't remember. 23 likes, 40 watching. Come on, hit that like button. Let's get JD to 30 likes. Thank you, Rex. But a lot of scouts were nerfed. Really, a ton of the mid-weight are atrocious. They're getting stuck like crazy. I don't think they changed that many, if any, on the scouts, Koi, but I could be wrong. Gunkill, welcome in. How are you doing? Still trying to catch up on the other chats here, so... Whoa. Koi says, yeah, I've checked the other maps. It's not just the new map to Ultra. Pacifics are all nerfed. I don't feel like they made that many changes. I could be wrong, but they usually don't change that much stuff on the trucks. I think you guys are getting the placebo effect, thinking everything's changed. OJJSC Millennial Farm map is now out to play. Oh, nice. I know people have said he lives fairly close to me, so that's kind of cool. I think he's like an hour or two away, which I know for some of you guys in Europe, you're like, oh, that's a pretty far distance, but you can drive 6, 7, 8 hours and still be in the same state. I mean, if you were to go with some of the bigger states, go for many, many hours, but yeah, that's pretty close by. Schmillax. I can't remember how I'm supposed to say that. He said SCH Millax. Nah, I don't know. I'm bad with names. Okay, the reason I asked is I'm starting SnowRunner from the start and don't own any DLCs. Okay. Yeah, Ultra, you should get some new trailers and stuff that we didn't have back then. People have been asking for these trailers for years, to be honest. Well, some of them. Well, the short log one anyways. I don't know why I didn't fill up the FEM with more fuel, because we're about to run out, aren't we? Schmillax. Hopefully I said it right. I would buy Ontario even if I didn't like it because of the dairy. You really like that one, huh? What percentage are you at? I think we're at 53. Yeah, 53 still. We haven't completed anything yet today. This will be our first mission to complete if we can get there. We have to do this one and then we can get... Then we can start doing some farming. We got to catch up on farming. We haven't done much of that. But this one will save me some moving machines around. I just hate the cam, that's why I don't play much. You know you can adjust it though, right, Ultra? You don't have to leave it where it is. You can play around with it up and down and go in first person or whatever if you want. The third engine of the Earthroamers is the best engine of the Hummer H2. Yeah, the best engine for the Earthroamers is also the same engine for the Hummer. I think for the CK as well. I think maybe for the Jeeps. I can't remember exactly which trucks use it, but it's the one found in Alaska. I'm trying to remember the name offhand. It's a V8 something. I know it's in White Valley. I know exactly where it is. I just can't think of what it is, what it's called. You can cross the River of Ontario with a fully loaded dairy. With water at first-person camera, and it's always active. Oh, really? That's weird. Usually once you go underwater, it cancels the first-person view. Not every trucks will do that. Yeah, no trucks are supposed to do that, Nuno. That must be a bug. Gunkill, thank you for the subscription. No problem if you didn't know too much, JJ. Yeah, I'm usually up to date with all of it, but with going on a vacation, I was gone for 2 weeks, and then I kind of well since they got back, I haven't really looked into it because it's you know, the full season's been out. So whatever changes happened, I'm like 3 weeks behind on, kind of. How am I so bad? Oh, we're out of fuel. I was like, why is it struggling so much to get up this? Okay, what do we got? What is this? Pacific. Nuno's favorite. A 6.2T, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, Gizmo. Yeah, they have a 6.2 and they have a 6.2T. And the T is the one in White Valley. Let me see. So there's one here in Northport. I think it's right up here. And that's the 6.2. And then if you go to White Valley, the 6.2T is up over here. What's wrong with the truck? It ran out of fuel. For the ones who don't know, Spin Tires was the first game. Let's refuel. I don't have too much to put into there, but hopefully that's enough for now. 14L Sun's getting real low. What are 14L Suns? I have no idea what that's in regards to. Yeah, Ultra, if you do end up buying some of the DLCs, buy the year passes, you're going to get a way better deal. Someone was just saying the other day you can get year 1 through 4 for $60. If you buy them each individually, they're like $25 a piece, or $25 for a year pass. That'd cost you $100. And then if you were to buy each one individually, I think each season at the end of the year is $12. And then the other seasons are like $7. So you'd have like 21. They're about $33 if you buy them individually for each year. So you'd spend $130, $132, I think, if you were to do it each individual DLC. That's just for the seasons as well. All right, I'm gonna park here on the side. Oh, 14 liters. Got you. I was a little bit confused by that. Thanks for the info there. I didn't play Spin Tires, but I did play Mud Runner. Yeah, I started with SnowRunner. I went back and played a little bit of Mud Runner. I still got some more to do on there. I have some fuel over here that I'm going to try and grab before we completely run out. One season for you is $6.99. Yeah, the first 3 seasons are $6.99 US dollars. I don't know what it is in other places. So $7 US per season, and then the last one, so the big 4-map one, is always $12. So it's 7, 14, 21, and then 12. So $33 per year if you buy them individually. RS1, welcome in. Ultra says can't do for a while, so playing as it is for now. Gotcha. What games have you completed? That's a pretty tough question. I haven't done too many on the channel. Like I said, I kind of play open-ended games, which end up sucking me in and playing forever. But on the channel, I think we've completed. Let's see, GTA 5. I think we did. GTA 3 as well. We did Stranded Deep, if anybody's played that. I mean, there isn't really an end to Gold Rush. Gold Rush, the game it used to be called. Now it's called Gold Mining Simulator. But we bought all the claims and had all the best equipment and mined out all the best possible spots in the entire game. So basically beat that one as well. Again, Fishing North Atlantic, kind of the same thing. There's not really an end to it. But we did have pretty much the best ships in every category. I can fill up my roof rack as well. Yeah, it'll be fine. So we kind of beat Fishing North Atlantic as well, I guess you could say. I know there's some other ones I just can't think of. Maybe some of you guys can help me out. What other games have you guys watched on the channel? And then maybe I can remember some of the other ones. We recently played a lot of games, just a bunch of different games. That's a good question, Ultra. What's the newest game that I've played? Probably Expeditions. That came out like 7 months ago. I don't really buy many new games, just because they're pretty expensive. And actually, no, the newest game I played it's called Forklift Simulator. I got that one for free. Oh, Ships at Sea, yeah. I got that for free as well. There's a couple of them now that I'm finally starting to, like, you know, get a decent sized channel that I'm able to get a couple of things for free. Okay, so I've completely beat, I haven't beat on the channel, but Nuno just named a few of them. So I've completely beat Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4, and I think that's where it stopped, was 4. I've played a bunch of other ones, but I haven't actually beat any of them. I beat Far Cry 1, 4, and 5. Wait, what, JJ? You have Stranded Deep in your channel? I have to look. Yeah, I played through the entire game of Stranded Deep, Marty. Back when I played that, I didn't have many subscribers. I think I only had, like... I think I just... If I remember right, I think I just hit 1,000, or maybe I was under 1,000. But I was pretty small. I mean, all of them have really low amounts of views. I've never played Wreckfest. Where are the water towers? That's a good question, Detroit. So there's one right here. And I think there was one... You have to build this one. I don't remember exactly how you build it, but there's one here. There's a pumping station that opens up here. You have to bring a construction rig trailer there. And I think it's 4 concrete, or 4 cement. I've never played Sleeping Dogs. I beat Red Dead Redemption 1. I'm playing my way through 2. I'm also playing my way through San Andreas, or not San Andreas, Vice City. I just started that a couple weeks back. I beat Age of Empires 3. You know, naming off some random games. I beat a couple of the Call of Duty games. Ultra says FS22 for me. Yeah, the newest game that I think I've bought and played was Expeditions. Rex says he'll be right back. Wait, where am I? Oh, man, I took the wrong turn, guys. Well, I guess that's fine. I dodged the broken asphalt. Nuno's just naming off lots of games still. Need for Speed Underground and... Or Need for Speed Underground and 2 Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 and Need for Speed Underground 2, but I never beat either of them. You want to try Far Cry Primal? I've never played that one. Oh shoot, I got it in... had it in low, so I couldn't back up. Maps and SnowRunner 2 I have in my list. Assassin's Creed are more games, but at the moment they are done with the last one that came out in Japan. Maybe we will get one more called HEX, Hex. But I think they're done. Die to the claims they made. I'm not sure what that means. They must have said something about the series maybe being over or something. But yeah, I've played a lot of the Assassin's Creed games, and I beat a lot of the ones at the earlier stages. But once it's got to, like, I have Valhalla, but I've not really played very much of it. Oh shit, I beat Origins as well. Crap, I made the wrong turn again. I've played... Oh crap, what is the newest one? Can't think of the name of it for some reason. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the sign. Alright, hang on. We gotta switch trucks. There we go. See you later, Mr. Sign. Not ruining my day. Yes, we beat every single map in SnowRunner Gunkill except for Season 14. We beat them all the way up until this point. We've beaten them on hard mode up to Season 5. We're on Season 6 in our hard mode. So we got 6 to 16 still to do. Charles, welcome in. Oh. Charles is asking, how come on Nintendo Switch Season 14 isn't there yet? That's a very good question, Charles, and to be honest, I think it's a pretty bad, you know, black eye on Saber for that, but I think they shouldn't allow, or shouldn't release the game on any platform until it's ready on all platforms. I think it's really, really stupid to make who's ever playing on Switch, which I know it's probably like 1 or 2% of the player base, but I think it's really dumb that they would make it available on PC, available on Xbox, available on PlayStation, and then not on Switch yet. I'm sure there's something that they're trying to work out, but in my opinion, they should have just delayed it another week or whatever it would have been and launched them all at the same time. It's just, I don't know. It just makes sense to me. I don't understand why you would do it that way. I guess the only thing that I could see is maybe they thought they would be done with certification by then, or whatever it's, you know, whatever it's taking them that long. They must have thought maybe they'll be done by then, and it just took forever, I guess. Gordon says haven't started Season 13 yet. Gunkill says Season 14 is not available on Nintendo. Yeah, it's a really big bummer that they did it that way. Get rid of this truck when you're done. I know, Lessons. I'm already sick of it. I think Pablo asked for the HX520. We'll do some farming next, and then if we need a truck, we'll use that one. Yeah, they claimed but historical, but the main character was not a samurai, never was Japanese. Oh, they offended some people because he was not gay and so on? Really? Yeah, I've played Far Cry 6. I have it, Nuno. I just haven't beat it. I played through Far Cry 4 and 5. I have 6 on the channel, but I played it a few times and it just didn't really... I think at the time I was recording videos, it was quite hard to record really long videos for my computer. I think it still is. Gizmo speaks the truth. Wow, I didn't know that. I remember when they first started, they had like, you know, they were all supposed to be very historically or not very, but like based on historical events. But then maybe they got a little bit away from that, and yeah, they made people that were samurais and not Japanese, but they were, you know, doesn't make sense why you'd be a samurai and not Japanese kind of thing. Yeah, I haven't played Far Cry in a long time. I have Far Cry 6. I'm probably only a couple % done with it in total. But it's a very fun game. I should go back and play that. Alright, 31,000. We're finally done with that truck, Lessons. Do you have the Earth Roamer? Yes, we have both Earth Roamers, Lewis. Also, welcome in. Okay, we gotta go back to Unterfeld. Never mind, my bad. It says Season 14 is coming at a later date to Nintendo. I just think it's a bad look for them to even release it if it's not ready for Switch. some people would say whatever, just release it when it's ready, but you know, for Xbox and PlayStation and stuff. But I think they should have done it all at the same time. All right, ready, set, sow. So we got to bring the cultivator to the field right here, which we're basically already at, which is why we wanted to do that one, so we didn't have to move the equipment very far. Yes, sorry, Lewis. The first one is located right here. This is just north of your garage, straight north. But in order to do it, there's a mission that takes you way out here. I think the first... hang on, I gotta sneeze here. Alright, sorry about that. Minor sneeze attack. Yeah, the first one has you go, there's a point like somewhere around here. I remember it has you go into here, there's a point out here, kind of goes up and around like this. I know there's a point in there. Some points along this road. And I think the last one ends... there's one point here and then there's one point here. So you can go like down this way, up and around, or down here and over, but the last point's right here at the truck, then you have to fix and fuel it. That's the first one. The second one is on the second map. If you come through from the north gateway on the first map, just go south all the way till you meet this roundabout, and the truck's going to be right up here. Again, you'll have to come up this road, grab it, bring it back down, over into the town over here. And then fix and fuel it. So, pretty easy. Hopefully Season 15 will be like Amir. It says Snowy. I like the name Snowy. Snowy wants a snow region. Who's surprised? Oops. But yeah, I hope it's pretty tough. I know recently they've... by recently I mean like Season 13, they kind of upped the difficulty again. I wouldn't say that they're super difficult like they were in Season 4... well, Season 1 through 4, kind of. But it might just be that we have really strong trucks. You know, I'm not too sure on that. It might just be that we have really strong trucks, and so they don't feel as hard, even if they are as hard. But I feel like Northern Aegis installation was like a whole nother level with like rocks and snow, and I remember a couple of times I thought I wouldn't be able to rescue my truck. I was just in a really bad spots. Truth Lies says, I'd be using the trike again. You'd be done by now. I just noticed this field is bigger than the other ones, isn't it? That is something different, I just noticed. Yeah, Amir gives every truck a run for its money. I fell in the water twice. In the same spot, actually, believe it or not, with the Zix 605R. And at the time, Snowy, because the way I'm playing through the game is I can only use trucks that I find. So I can't buy anything. And we're only using Russian trucks in Russian regions, North American trucks in North American regions, so we only had trucks from Taymyr, trucks from Kola, and trucks from Amir, which is, in Amir it's the 605R and then the Sentinel. So obviously the Sentinel couldn't do it. And the trucks from Season 1 Kola were just the Warthog and Acteon, so those couldn't do it. So we were basically down to the Taiga 6436, the Step 310E, and the Dam. One of those, excuse me. One of those three, or a combination of those three, had to somehow rescue my Zix out of the river. And it was pretty tough. It was, basically there's a straight ice wall, like 6, 7, 10 feet. 'Cause I think the tires are like 50-something inches. So yeah, it's a pretty straight wall of ice. We were able to get it out twice, but it was bad. I remember another time, I could show you exactly where too. One of the missions has you go down there. Let's see if I can pull it up. I don't think I've even been there actually. Oh, I have. Right here. There's this super rocky section. You have to go all the way to like here for something. And I fell into the crack trying to drive across somewhere. I'm like, oh man. It was pretty rough. Rex is headed home from work now. Gotta stop at the farm, grab some eggs. Sounds good, Rex. We'll see you later. Have a safe drive home. TB is heading out as well. Time to go to sleep. Alright, thank you, TB, for stopping in. Have a good rest of your night. Sleep well. Yeah, that's a really nasty place. That was funny getting the Zik stuck twice. Yeah, it's kind of funny that I, like, you know when they say, like, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result or something like that? I went to the exact same spot and tried to cross the same spot. I've done it before, so that's why I went back there. But I fell in the same spot twice. I knew someone that did this game with highway trucks only. Is that Deck Plays? Or is it somebody, one of your friends or something? Legato, welcome in. Legato says, hey JJ, how's it going? Pretty good so far. We're doing some farming. We are at 60% on this field. This is our first farming contract of the day, but we got a couple of them to do. We're going to try and knock out some of the farming. Must have been modded versions. One of your friends, oh wow. So, I tried to do, well I did complete it without chains. We've completed all the main game and then all of year 1 and season 5. So Michigan, Alaska, Tamir, Kola, Yukon, Wisconsin, Amir, and Dawn without chains so far on hard mode. He gave up with Amir for a while. I would too. That region's tough no matter what you have. I can't imagine using only highways. The W990 and the GMC would probably be your best friends. And the W990 is probably getting stuck a ton. It's a good truck, but you know, sometimes you have to turn the tires, and if you turn the tires with no all-wheel drive, it kind of doesn't go a lot of the time. Legato says hello, Rex, because Rex said hi. Not modded, wow. Did he make it all the way there with highway trucks, or did he start there? Because if he made it all the way there, that was pretty impressive too. Take a highway truck in Zimnogorsk. I know Nuno hates Zimnogorsk because there's a bridge there you can't fix. Started from the beginning. Yeah, that's really good. Man, this... Oh, I suppose I have the diff lock always on. We could turn that off and turn a little bit sharper. At 100% up to Season 12. Very nice. Yeah, we are 100% in every region except for Season 14 so far on normal mode, but we've also done on hard mode up to Season 5, or up to Season 6. We did 5, haven't done 6 yet. Did they improve farming? Not really, no. It's kind of the same thing. I think the only thing they did is there's just less farming, as far as I can tell. I mean, I guess they did take off the diff lock always on for the trucks, which makes them a little bit easier to turn. But yeah, I wouldn't say that they improved it, really. It's kind of the same thing, just less of it. Saber's missed Kloss license opportunity. I know when they saw the pictures of the truck, I thought for sure it was going to be licensed Kloss. But I am wrong. Oh shoot. Actually, I gotta carry this with me, don't I? Hang on, I gotta check this, guys. So after this one, we need the multi-row planter and... oh, I guess that's it. But we gotta bring this over here, I think. Hang on, we gotta put this... bring this one there, and then go and pick this one up, and bring that back to here. That's in the next map. Okay, yeah, we're good. I'll try highway trucks only. It's gonna suck. Yeah, I was thinking about doing it, but when I saw that Deck Plays was doing one, I was like, I don't want to, you know, do the same thing as him. So I think I'm gonna do a small trucks playthrough. Yes, we have played Farm Sim. We actually have a code. We're a creator with Giants, so we're in their partner program. If you guys want to buy anything Farming Simulator related, you can use my code GamingWithJJ, or click the link that Robert just posted there, and that'll enter the code automatically for you. Or it's down in the description. And it doesn't give you any kind of a discount, but it does help me out. And if we can get to the first tier there, we can get early access to the game and future DLCs, so we can play it a couple of days early and make some content for you guys, so when it launches day one, you guys already have those, you know, tutorial videos or whatever it is. We're a ways off from it right now, but we have, if I remember right, we have 11 copies that have been spoken for, that people said they're going to buy it in my community but haven't done it yet. So we're about 1/3 of the way there so far, and with those 10 copies sold, we'll be more than half, probably almost all the way there. Do you know where the Earth Roamer missions are? One's a contract, one is a task, Lewis. Let me see if I can find the name quickly. Oops. So the contract is called Taking Stock of the Damage. That's the first one. And the task is called... The Quick and the Crashed. So that's the two names of the missions. Yeah, JJ, it was an obvious that they missed, or it was supposed to be a Zerion. Yeah, it's super, super obvious, but I don't know why they didn't license it. That's... I thought for sure they would. I don't know, I guess they probably could only license the Earth Roamers or this, and they chose Earth Roamers, which seems kind of odd, but I don't know. I don't know the inner workings there, I guess, so who knows what the real reasons were. I like that you don't have to be precise in farming to get 100%. Yeah, that is nice. Because I probably did, what, 85% maybe there? There's a big chunk in the middle I didn't even touch. Yeah, the new tractors are great. Without the articulation, it makes farming a little bit easier. Someone was asking if they did improve farming. I guess that was one of the things I would say as well. Both of the new tractors don't have articulation. Rex says it would have cut into their profits. That's true. They would have had to pay for the licensing, which would mean less money for them. But maybe they would get more sales. I don't know. The sales might offset it, I guess. Waylon, welcome in. I'm pretty sure Waylon had the same points yesterday. And maybe the same points the last couple of times, I don't remember. But I think if you just check points and you're not chatting, you're not actually accruing any points. I thought points would count for a chat, but maybe it doesn't because it's got the exclamation mark there. Who knows? You're also hoping for a year 5. I think we will have a year 5. I mean, it's possible that they don't, right? Because they got Roadcraft coming, and they said if Roadcraft has a lot of sales, then they wouldn't continue on with SnowRunner DLCs and stuff. So if they come out with Roadcraft and no year 5, and then the sales do good, then that's it for SnowRunner. But if they come out with Roadcraft and the sales do bad, then they would do a year 5. But at that point, it'd probably be too late. They'd be behind the 8 ball. So I feel like they're going to do a year 5 and Roadcraft and see how it goes. And if a lot of people switch over to Roadcraft, then that'll be it after year 5. And if a lot of people don't switch over, then they'll have a year 6 possibly, or the next SnowRunner game, which I would think they're probably working on the next SnowRunner game at this point. But I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of stuff for them to work on, I guess, with Expeditions and then Roadcraft, and then if they're doing year 5 and then also SnowRunner 2, that's a lot of stuff. But I know they have other games as well. You bet there'll be a year 5 and still earn some money. True. I'm back in Scandinavia finishing up stuff I forgot. As weird as it sounds, I'm not really much of a fan of licensed vehicles. They look good, but licenses cause troubles. For the most part, I actually agree with you, Martin. Just because the license, like, you could make a licensed vehicle, and it might take like a year. Well, I think they said 2 years about to work through licensing usually. But you could make the same truck. Like, if you made the entire game without licenses, you wouldn't have to worry about it and just make all the trucks and come out with them when they're ready and whatever. But yeah, if you have to deal with licensing, it's puts some more timelines and stuff on it. And it's cool to have licensed vehicles, but I think probably I would rather just all of them not licensed than just not have to worry about it. I know people have said this example many times, but it's probably the best example of it. But like Grand Theft Auto, everybody knows all the cars that they have in there, right? Like, you see the best cars and you're like, oh, there's that car, there's that car, there's this car. But none of them are licensed, and they don't have to worry about licensing anything. So they have all their own fake brands. I think that's the way to go. I hope Roadcraft isn't just a hype up like Expeditions. I hope so too. Roadcraft is more up my alley than Expeditions, so I'm hoping it's good, but I'm kind of skeptical as well. I said this many times as well. High hopes and low expectations, so you hope it's good, but don't really expect it to be good. Maybe it's not interesting for Klaus. SnowRunner is coming to an end. Yeah, that's true, Marty. Maybe SnowRunner tried to get it and they denied it. Maybe they said, you know, we're in Farming Simulator, we don't want to be in that one as well. Your game's 4 years old, you're going to make a new one, we'll, you know, if you guys do farming in that one, maybe we'll be in that one or something, who knows. Yeah, they got tracked vehicles, which would be fun, pretty fun and cool. To really see the results of Roadcraft, they need a year 1 expansion, so I think SnowRunner will stay for a while. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Derek. Is like they can't just, or at least I don't think so. I don't think they could come out with Roadcraft and not have anything for SnowRunner and just see how it goes. I feel like they have to have some overlap, even if it's just a year 5 and then Roadcraft, and then they can kind of see which one did better and then go from there. But low expectations in Mud Runner game. Expectations, Expeditions, yeah. I was about to say, do what GTA did, make your own vehicles, yeah. I think that's the best example of it. And it's kind of like cherry picking. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of other games that have licensed vehicles that are cool, and plenty of other games that don't have licensed vehicles that are cool, and, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I don't know. I think if I was a maker of a game, I would avoid it. I would just make a sort of a copy, but obviously you don't want to copy it to the point where they can, like, sue you, you know what I mean? Like, the likeness has to be, I think, at least a little bit different. If we can drive like SnowRunner and Roadcraft, that's great, but when I heard about AI, I thought AI will just take over the fun. So they said you can drive if you want to, Snowy. What I think it is so certain things, like for example cement, you're gonna need sand for that cement, right? And so I don't know if you like crush up rocks or exactly how you'll do it, but you're gonna want to have trucks driving back and forth to get you sand and then get you cement, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure, but I think that's kind of what the AI is for, to kind of take out some of the repetitiveness of it. If you want to drive, I think you still can, but I think it's more to help with the resource part, because they said there's like a resource management thing. I know one of the comments that they made was one of the testers, they cut down like 100 trees to build a bridge and they didn't need anywhere close to that much. For some reason they saw like an extra 0 or something like that. And so I'm assuming, you know, they needed wood, so they cut down a ton of trees. And again, this is kind of what I'm thinking. You can have the AI transport those trees to the lumber mill to create planks or whatever you need there, and then take the planks to the place where you're actually going to build the bridge. So that's kind of what I see. But again, you can drive it if you want. They just have that there to take out some of the repetitiveness of like, cut down the tree, drive it to the lumber mill, drive that to there, you know. It's supposed to be... They want this game to be more of a construction simulator, or a heavy equipment simulator, I think they said, not as much of a driving sim. So I think that's why they're having the AI there, so you can skip the driving parts if you want to. But again, I could have that wrong. I'm curious how they will sound running on asphalt. Exactly. They need some time with roadcraft, and one thing is for sure, expeditions will not carry projects alone. That's true. It's funny because they said, I think Sorokin said not too long ago that like expeditions has had some pretty good sales or something like that. Like it's doing pretty well, and I'm like, ooh, not according to the numbers. At least not what numbers I saw. Yeah, I think so, Gizmo. It's optional AI, so you can drive it if you want, but you don't have to. Your phone broke and had to order a new one. That's a bummer. Alright, here we are at the field. Actually, I don't know why I just drove this all the way here. I could have just dropped it off back there and picked it up next time, but whatever, I guess. Alright. I think I have a truck right here. What do we have? The twin steer? Oh, okay, I don't want to use that. Oops, net recover. Refuel. 140 and 300. Yeah, we'll take some of that. You never bought Expeditions? I did, and I liked it at first. I thought it was pretty fun. It plays different. The vehicles are heavier. But I remember when I first saw the trailers for it, one of the first things I said was like, it looks too futuristic with like bridge building and drones and these anchor points that you can put out and stuff. Like, I don't know. Part of the fun of this game is like the realism of the mud deformation and stuff, you know? Maybe not. Realism might be a little bit far, but I think you get what I'm saying. Oh, actually, I gotta grab that trailer. Oh, nice. Dale's in the same mission. Dale says, hey, JJ, just in the middle of this mission myself. I went to Game Pass. That's probably where the numbers came from. Oh, true. Gizmo says, I think they'll make it optional AI. I think you're right on that, Gizmo. Rex says, with the AI driving, you can do two things at once. AI driver, drive the cargo, and you drive cargo. Yeah, you could do that too. I was thinking more along the lines of you're doing the construction and the AI is doing the driving. I think that's what they're shooting for anyways. Because it's supposed to be a heavy machinery simulator. So they want you to do the heavy machinery part, and if you want to, you can do the driving, but if you want to hire AI, you can do that as well. I'll wait to watch you play Roadcraft before I buy it. Yeah, you know what's kind of sad is I was bugging Saber for a long time to like try and get on their list of creators because I play this game all the time. And I finally got through to them right after I pre-ordered Expeditions. So they gave it to me for free right after I ordered it, and I was like, well, that's kind of worthless. Like, what am I going to do with it now? And I've said this before, but every time I've had an experience with them, they're always really late. So like if they were to give me Roadcraft where I wouldn't have to pay for it, it's probably going to be like 2 days later. So it's like at that point, and I know I've talked about this with Rex before, if you're in the content creation game, timing is everything. So like if you're 2 days late, you're better off just buying it yourself and doing it those 2 days. Alright, I'm just going to run over here. Actually, it looks like I got to run through this part. Eagle, welcome in. I genuinely think that Expeditions is a stepping stone. While it has some problems, the game engine does have an upgrade, that's true. And the truck's being heavier and all, yeah. I think they did take a couple of steps in the right direction with that one. They got some learning from it. What truck are you using? Thank you, Marty. Yes, this is the Tatra T813. I'm going to drop... Actually, no, I need the tractor, don't I? Okay. Yeah. We'll refuel everything we have. What am I stuck on? Just the terrain, okay. You got Expeditions as the birthday gift? I gotta go back to the north part. Reckon you'll be able to get out of your truck? I don't think so. What do you think, Dale? I think it'll be very close to the same as this. As far as like you'll drive into a yellow square, that'll be your task or contract area. Like it'll be, Expeditions is kind of the same. I think they're going to go with kind of the same, mostly the same stuff. It's just going to play slightly different. Everybody almost played through the game and then you get it for free. Yeah. That's exactly what it is, Gizmo. And like the other day, Season 14 came out. I already have the year pass, so I don't have to worry about it, but I played it for like 2 days, I think it was, and then they sent me an email like, oh, Season 14 is out. You can apply to get it for free. And I was like, 2 days later, that doesn't help me. Like, I know some companies, you get it like a couple of days early, and that way you can create content on it, so when it comes out, you already have your stuff. So, yeah, it seems like Saber is just, they don't got their crap together. Kind of a mess. Feels just like Expeditions. Roadcraft testers, and Roadcraft testers for SnowRunner 2, yeah. Patrick got a point. Saber making the game with AI, God help us. They can't even make multiplayer work properly after these years, yeah. That is a good point. They can't do that in ETS 2, let alone this game. Yikes. I played that on co-op hard mode, say with no rules, and it's fun. And my favorite is the Ford Camper. Is that one of the newer vehicles? I know they came out with a couple new ones recently. Forgot I got the Tatcha Phoenix up here. I can get some more fuel. Perfect. It's almost full. Marty asked, JJ, do you still use your steering wheel every now and then? I do. I haven't used it recently since I got back. I think it's still... yeah, it still works. I can use it right now. I just have it set off on the side. So if you see right now, the controls are different, Marty. Over in the bottom left, the functions there. It's like a number pad, but it's like circular. And then by the handbrake there, it's got like a weird looking icon. And then also below that, with the between the all-wheel drive diff lock and then the gears, has like another weird icon going the other way. So yeah, that's telling you that I'm using the steering wheel. So currently I'm playing with one hand on the steering wheel. It's off on my side. I have a very, very small setup, so I have to like move my keyboard up and move the steering wheel over every time before I set up. Oops. I know what you mean. I got it a week early and not allowed to post until the release date. Yeah, exactly, Gizmo. A lot of companies do that, but with Saber it seems like they don't even give it to you on time. They give it to you like 2 days later, and it's like, well, that's no help. I've only had a couple of interactions with them, and none of them have been very good. So, but it's a game that I play, so I'm gonna keep having interactions because, you know, it's one of the games I like. Do you have lives helping your fans? That's a good question, Nuno. I have one time, and it didn't go very well. I gotta sneeze again, hang on. Alright, sorry guys. I don't know, my allergies have been bothering me today. So you might have heard me sniffling throughout the stream so far. But yeah, I did one time, Nuno, and it was with... I remember Pablo was one of the people we played with. The other one, the guy's on my Discord, I can't remember his name. He's only been here like probably 5 or 6 times. And it was all like within that 1 week. And then we played with him. And then Tyro was the 3rd or 4th player. It was just, my connection's not good, so it was just really laggy. And for me to stream and play with them was... yeah, it was just... well, and SnowRunner multiplayer is kind of broken as it is, so yeah, it was just not very good. Couldn't connect to games, and then when we did connect, you're getting disconnected and stuff like that, which is, you know, that's SnowRunner stuff. But then, yeah, the amount of lag was really bad, and I dropped a lot of frames. So yeah, it was just not good to stream, basically. Marty says, what are the advantages or disadvantages? I don't know if it's an advantage to say it's more fun, but it is more fun to use it. One of the big disadvantages, at least in SnowRunner, I'm sure in other games it's different, is in this game you can tip over. If you're playing with the controller, this is the main point, I would say, Marty. If I was about to tip over, I could look to my left and grab that tree real quick. But if you're on a wheel, when you turn the wheel, your buttons turn with it. So all of a sudden, instead of pushing the most upright button, it might be the button furthest to your right or the button furthest to your left. And so being able to quick winch when you're using a wheel is actually really tough. So that would be probably the main drawback, but I don't know, it gets a little bit warm every once in a while, but not like hot. Then you have the pedals down below, which are fun. The main thing for me is I have a really, really small space. I know I've said this before, but I literally am playing inside a closet, like a 4x4 closet. If you guys think of like when you walk into somebody's house and they have like a little closet, and there's like a, you know, you put your shoes and your jacket and stuff, that's where my entire setup is in. Like I don't have space to back up my chair at all. Like there's a wall directly behind my chair, and I can't go to the, like I can touch all the walls within like a foot. They're super close. So I play in a really, really small area. Oh, I forgot I have a fuel truck over there. Look at that. Yeah, you're welcome, Marty. Thanks for the explanation. JJ's in the closet. Yeah, that's a good one, Rex. That's true. I'm in the closet. Where's Tank, baby? So like that one. I have a little closet under the stairs. It sounds cozy. It is. I normally play with the closet door open, but I can close it. I have little like soundproof padding. Not soundproof, but like that way my voice doesn't echo as much, because if you're in like a, you know, if you're in a big room with like a cement floor and just hard walls, it's gonna reverberate and kind of sound echoey and stuff. So yeah, I have some I don't know if you want to, it's not soundproof, but sound absorbent. JJ, just don't come out. That's funny. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I got sent to the closet. The only co-op I've done on this game was helping Zing in Tennessee with the co-op contests. If I was a fan of Game Pass, I would play with my friend, because you're on PC. You can, I mean, this game does have crossplay though, Nuno, so you could play with him even if you're on Xbox. He's on PC. You just get a code. JJ misses locks him in a closet to play. Yeah. Just closes the door on me. Here you go. Sit in there and play. That way he doesn't untidy the house. I'm just joking. That's funny, Patrick. Earthwormer cannot, unfortunately. What did Snowy say earlier? I missed a couple, I think. Oh, the F750 is better, Nuno, because it can pull a 4-slot trailer. Earthwormer cannot, unfortunately. Yeah, at the start of PTS, they did allow it to have the 4-slot trailer, but they took it off. I've played with bad internet. Me and my best friend made a rule no P16. That's funny. Yeah, the P16 is so overpowering at the start when you're in Michigan. Those crazy good tires. I mean, you're used to highway tires, so when you get those things, those are some of the best ones in the game. My big problem is there are many trucks I can't use without mods. They are very screwed. You choose specialized trucks. Gotcha. I think I gotta go get the HX520, because after this I think I have to pick up fertilizer. Not 100%, but I think so. One thing I hate about the smaller tractor is, you forgot the name, the Ancatra 1160. 180 liters of fuel, no roof rack or anything, yeah. Are the or excuse me, JJ, are the tractors locked behind tasks? Kinda, Rex. They're locked behind contracts, which is, you know, basically the same thing. I'm pretty sure that's what you meant. Like, are they locked behind something, basically? Which, yes, they're locked behind contracts. You have to get the first one before you can get the second one. Oops, let's do that. Yeah, you have to get the first one before you can get the second one. I can't remember. I said the first one earlier, what the name of it was, but I don't remember. Here, let me see if I can find it again. Oh, taking stock of the damage. This is the Ankatra. And then... all work and no play is these, this big one here. The futon. South Fang, welcome in. How are you doing, South Fang? Says hello, JJ in chat. Lurking in the background tonight. Sounds good. This way, Nathan Province wouldn't complain about all the heavies. Nuno, you talk about Nathan a lot. Do you like Nathan or no? Or do you like his content, I should say, not Nathan, not him as a person. Oops. Softwing says, hello, Robert. Doing better, JJ. Been having a fever the last couple of days. That's no good. I know for a while there you were very busy and stressed with work. Legato says, so we got the burlap sack and the futon. That's funny. Nuno hates all. It's buggy. We would be doing nothing at the garage. The P16 would start glitching. Oh, really? Glitching out, flying, sent to others flying. That's interesting. Marty says, good evening, South Fang. We got quite a few people saying hello. Farm before the futon, yeah. Gotta farm before you can take a rest. Yeah, work is slowing down. Taking 2 weeks off starting next week. That should be relaxing. Especially after what sounds like a very busy, probably 2 months or so. One guy I do miss on SnowRunner's, Mr. Lone Wolf, just disappeared. Yeah, we talked about that not too long ago. I remember Zing said, like, oh, I haven't seen him in a couple of months. And I was like, really? I thought I saw him, like, you know, a couple weeks back. And I checked and it was like 3-4 months ago. I was like, oh, wow, that was a long time ago. Never mind. Lost track of time. Yeah, you need it. Are you doing anything fun or just having some time off? We call it a staycation, or at least that's what some people refer to it as, like a stay-at-home vacation. A staycation or a vacation. I know you guys over in Europe call it holiday, I guess, but... JJ gets jealous. Don't forget if he's in the closet. You're having a staycation, okay. Spend some time with the family, that's good. Get some family time in before the holidays. Mr. Lone Wolf was a funny guy, legendary jokes and comments about SnowRunner. Has anybody, like... I know he hasn't posted any lives or any videos, but has anybody commented on his channel and gotten a reply? Oh, this part really makes you work for it, doesn't it? The planting one. We're at 96%. We have to do like the entire thing. If I had anything bad about him, it would be one of those masochist players. Pretty impossible to play. Yeah, Bartosz, we were talking about him the other day too. Null Modem. I'm sure there's a couple people in here who know who that is. He used to do like hard mode walkthroughs. And he's been absent for a couple of years now, I think. Zing also has on his profile the hardest to play. Okay, I think we can leave this section now, right? Let's see, yeah, we just need the fertilizer. So we gotta bring that to the other field. Then the other map. Okay. He has good videos about hard mode walkthroughs, but he didn't upload anything for like 2 or 3 years and didn't finish Alaska. Yeah, it's been a long time for Null Modem, hasn't it? Welcome in, Spoon. Truth lies, whatever happened to Mr. Lone Wolf? I've made comments at his channel with no replies. That's a bummer. Like, did he lose access to his channel, or, you know, did he... something, you know, God forbid something bad happened, but... You started that fire? Nuno says, I have complained, and then he says, I hate it all. Zing, that is, I think. JJ and Mr. Lone Wolf, the only people I really watch in SnowRunner. I have loads of times typed comments on his videos, and you can go through and see my picture. There's none as a reply. Huh. Yeah, that's not good. Ian, welcome in. Good morning. Gizmo says, not always. We got several names for vacations. Like going to Balconia? What would you call going to Balconia there, Gizmo? I always hear you guys refer to it as holiday in Europe. Like I'm going on holiday. Maybe it's just certain parts that say that. I don't know. But in the US we call it vacation. Like we have what's called holidays, or like national holidays and stuff, but we don't ever say we're going on holiday. We say we're going on a vacation, or if you're staying at home, a lot of people call it a staycation. I missed your message. No, I read it about the P16. You said it like glitched out and stuff. It's off my chat now, but yeah, I saw it. I read it. I thought he needed a break IRL to deal with something. Oh, you could be right, Eagle. Maybe some people missed it. I don't know. Maybe he rage quit. Ultimate rage quit. Rex is asking, what percentage are we at? I think we've only done one thing so far, Rex, so I'm going to guess 54. What do you guys think? We'll give you all a minute to guess as well. Truth Lies is on a staycation, very nice. If Maine is a nightmare, Amir should be out. JJ, Balconia means he stays at home on his balcony. That's funny, Patrick. Ah, come on. There we go. It's rough, but once you've done it once, it feels good, Nuno. Or once you've done it, it feels good. Nuno, you're right about that. Alright, let's check. 55%. Okay, give us an extra percentage point, I guess, in that one. He lives in the UK like me. I should go try to find him, knock on his door, see if he's alright. It sounds like Eagle said maybe he mentioned having to deal with some stuff in real life for a while, so I don't know. I mean, maybe he mentioned it in one of the videos and then disappeared a couple videos later or something, I'm not sure. Ian said 56. Vacation, what is that? Never heard of such a thing. The other one's hard to translate. Basically, have a holiday but stay at home. Okay. 56 as well. Alright, I'm gonna stop quickly. We have... what truck is this? The Zik? Oh yeah, the Mastodon over here. What's going on, fam? Shout out to the Mandalorians out there. This is the way. I don't even know what Mandalorians means. I know I've heard the word before. Probably got an FT job. I don't know what that means. You never know. Yeah, he's right. Okay, whenever you finish the stream, this percentage, that's the percentage I'm going to try to get to tonight on my stream. You're going to try to get to 56, 57% tonight, Rex? You have a couple of days off or something? Playing all night? Because I think we are about 20 hours in right now on the season. Full-time job, okay. Thank you for the explanation, Truth Lies. I didn't play much last week. Busy and my parents having their 30th wedding anniversary today. Oh, congratulations, Bartosz. That's a long time. That's almost as long as I've been alive. Lord, 30 years. My greatest joy is when I deliver a massive semi-trailer to some place. Yeah, that's my favorite part about the game, Nuno. Delivering the big semi-trailers is probably the most fun. Overloading is probably number 2. But yeah, just Rex says, heck yes. Do you actually have some days off, Rex, or is that sarcasm? I'm not sure. Like the collateral damage task. I don't remember that one. I mean, I remember the name. I know that's one of the names. You don't hear much of that this day and age. 30 years is, yeah, it's a long time. One thing is when YouTubers don't post in a while, and a few years down the line, found out they had died, which is bad. Yeah, they go silent for a bit, and then you kind of wonder, and then like years later, there's like a headline of, "Oh, hey, they passed away." Sarcasm. Okay, I thought for a second you did. You're like, heck yeah. I'm like, oh, cool. Rex has got the day off, or a couple of days off. Am I the only one that parks on the side of the roads? I keep it real in case somebody drives by, you feel me? Yeah, it makes sense. I kind of park wherever, but I probably should park more off on the side of the road, just in case I drive by. Ooh, that was an I drive pun. If I drive still here, I don't know if he's in here anymore. Your Peterbilt was stuck with the trailer, and I was winching everywhere. Had to pull to the road. Yeah, I got pretty stuck as well, Nuno. The legs like to catch on everything. Patrick says, I've been married for 34 years now. I used to have hair on my head. That's funny, but also congratulations, Patrick. That's a long time. Like I said, longer than I've been alive. The other one was almost as long as I've been alive, but that one is longer than I've been alive. I'll be 34 in a month and a half. So, you've been married longer than I've been alive. Facts, homie. Yeah, you gotta park on the side in case you drive your other truck past. Barter says congrats as well. Yeah, that's a very long time. South Fang as well. Love the sound of the tractor's engine. I know. Awkward Gamer, sorry, I saw you post a comment earlier. I don't think I acknowledged it, but I saw you when you said hello as well. I feel bad sometimes I'm talking and I see your name pop up, but I'm busy and then it just kind of floats off the chat. So sorry about that. I keep having to take the diff lock on and off because it's like it drives slow when it's in this good part here, and then it gets stuck and I have to put it back on. Nuno says the truck is not good for those tasks. The big tires are 45. 900 liters of fuel though. 900 liters is crazy. I mean, that's double, well, basically double, the biggest truck in the game. I'm 31, not married. I don't want. After my ex of 5 years cheated, hard to find trust now. Yeah, that's pretty normal, Snowy, sadly. $41 in January for Truth Lies, very nice. I just delivered a construction trailer with the FEM on the farm. Nice one, Derek. That one's the easier one of the two that I've done so far. I'm not sure how many there is. I think there might just be 2. Awkward Gamer says it's all good. Thanks, guys. It has been hard work. Yeah, it's not easy. I'll tell you that much. Not that I'm married, but I know it takes a lot of work. Rex says the longest relationship was 3 years. Ooh, Robert's getting a heist crew together, guys. Bartish has joined. I've been a bachelor for almost 15 years. Can I get a congratulations too? I thought we were homies. Sure, why not? 15 years is a long time. Kenworth 963 is good for trailers. Yeah, Kenny, the 963 is probably the best truck to use for the saddle high carries. It's just the tires are huge. It's got the highest saddle in the game. It makes doing that a lot easier. Alright, let me pull off to the side here. I've accepted the fact that I'm better off single. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have done that as well, South Bang. The quality has gone down over the years, so... Ian says he was married for 14 years. That's a long time, Ian. Or I was married for 14, sorry. Didn't see the was. I am playing on PC. Zing would love it. I know what you mean, Snowy. I'm 51, had 2 marriages, and it ended after 8 years. I know I'm missing some chats here. Starting to get high up on the screen. In my mid-teens and overthink everything. Nuno, I did, but it went smooth. My longest is only about 18 months, says South Hang. Okay, we got the heist. Oh, I already have that on. I can tell you all about the Peterbilt mod. It's terrible off-road. Oh, actually, I think we're unbanned Nuno, or bans Nuno. Never mind. I saw the star. I was like, unbanned. Gizmo says, dang, that was late. My present been married for 55, parents been married for 55 years, which is crazy. 55, wow. That's like starting at 18. Because 55, 18, that's what? 73? Yeah. Read faster. I'm trying. It's hard because it's always like moving, and so you like see it, and you look away to drive quick, and then you look back, and you're like, wait, it's not where it just was. Do be farming. Southwick says, yeah, I'm just not what women look for, so I'd rather just be single, not trying to impress anybody. Yeah, I think that's the conclusion a lot of people are coming to. It's just easier, too. You don't have to worry about what somebody else thinks. You know, like, if you have, I don't know, say 3 things you have to get done, right? It doesn't really matter when you do them, but if you're with somebody else, they're like, no, you have to do this one first, or whatever. It's like, no, as long as it gets done on time, who cares what order I do them in, you know? There's always something. So if you're by yourself, yeah, you can do whatever you want, sort of. Makes total sense to me. Ian says he's 2 years older than Gizmo. How did I just take damage? What the heck? Yeah, that's a good off-road for the Peterbilt. I don't think they're meant to really be driven off-road. I could be wrong, but I don't think they really make a bunch of different off-road vehicles. That farming is hideous. I'll have to do it myself shortly. Yikes. You know, it's funny. I thought about trying to make it look well, actually, I didn't even notice they actually update the field. That's cool. I thought about trying to make it look nice. JJ's brain often doesn't work. That's true. Where I would like pull off the field and then come back, make it nice and straight. Except I did a terrible job of it right there. Although I think the cultivation is way more forgiving than the planting. Yeah, it's much easier to be single, says Rex. So I think it seems like women don't want a guy that doesn't make more, or... Yeah, that's true, Rex. They don't want a guy that makes less than them. And if you don't make more than them, they want you to pay for... And if you do make more, they want you to pay for everything. But they still tell you they're independent. Yeah, you're dead on, Rex. Stuffing says, farming isn't that bad in this region. Logging is actually rougher. I believe that. I think there's only one more farming task after this, actually. And if I'm not wrong, the logging has like 5 or 6, and one of them has 10 logs it needs, so it's a pretty large contract of logs. It says the tires are sliding. Yeah, I'm kind of driving all over the place. The tires do slide a little bit, but I'm also a terrible driver at this part, so... I know I'm missing big chunks. I'm trying to keep the middle like as clean as I can, so like I'm missing the edges like that, but... Oh well. I think I did 5 farming missions. Yeah, the 10 burnt logs contract was rough. The burnt logs warehouse needs to be open first. Okay, so you have to do a delivery mission there first. JJ's just doing the farming to get ready for FS25. Oh, we're done now. Oh wait, no we're not. I didn't even track the right mission, did I? I'm not even on the right thing. 94%, okay. That was a bad time to stop. Welcome in, Zeb. How are you doing? Why is it not showing the percentage? Yeah, sorry. I wasn't tracking the mission. I started a different one, and then I brought the equipment here and then switched, that's why. Logging is fun, this farming is censored. JJ, do you use mods or no mods or mixed? I would say no mods. I have used a couple in the past, but it's, yeah, probably if you were to take my amount of hours played versus how long I've played with mods, it's like 0.1%. Like super, super small. Let's see, 97%, 98, 99. We'll get this corner here. Yeah, my mods don't even work, and it like doesn't even bother me. Excuse me. And it doesn't bother me. Because a lot of the time, people will tell me like, "Oh, you should download this one or that one," and I'm like, I don't know. I don't really care to use them. Whereas most people, if their mods weren't working, you know, they're going to try and get it fixed right away. For me, it's like, oh, whatever, I don't really care to use the mods anyways, so if it's not working, it doesn't really bother me. Alright, time to seed the field. Yeah, there's more hassle with logging than farming. Awkward says, I have a girlfriend. It's really kind of weird to explain, but her dad doesn't like me because who my father is. That's interesting. Sounds like you're living in some, oops. Some, like, medieval times or something. Like, oh, your dad was a potter, so you can't marry her. Someone says, I only did the task yesterday. Oops. 8 tasks in 2.5 hours. That is a very good amount of time, Spoon. You play mixed, prefer non-OP mods. We want more detail, but at the same we don't. Actually, modders do jobs in games we would never even try. Yeah, tomorrow the Lowboy mod. I remember checking that out a long time ago. That was like, Gizmo, how long ago was that? That's got to be like 8 months ago or something by now, right? That was a really long time ago. Like I said, I like to check out the mods you guys are talking about just so I understand what you're saying. Like, you know, oh, this one does this or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, I've seen, you know, I've looked at the pictures of it. Your dad's a potter. That was the first thing I could think of. It was like, my dad's a blacksmith, so you can't marry him. Or, you... I said that very wrong. My dad is a blacksmith, so you can marry my daughter. But your dad's a potter, so no way. Oh, your dad is an alcoholic biker you haven't seen in 13 years? I mean, it kind of makes sense, but like, you're not your parents. Like, it definitely plays an effect on how you grew up, but yeah, you're definitely different people. I think I have 2 mods turned on permanently. One of them is the tires and cargo mod. I don't think I've seen that one. To see the tire stats on the game, that's cool. I didn't know they had a mod for that. The other one is Tricolor Paint Shops. I've heard of that one though. It's basically like a whole bunch more paint colors. Gizmo's like, yeah, 8 months sounds about right. Best mod is the portable bridge. Yeah, I know Rex used to use that one. I don't know if it was that one, but one of those portable bridges. Alright, JJ, gotta go. Had fun watching. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you, Rex. Peace and love. See you later tonight. Hope to see you all. Again, drive safe, Rex. Have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you later. Thank you for stopping in, Rex. Okay, the task in Wisconsin, we can use the bridge to get access to the house. Oh yeah, I know the house you're talking about. Deliver the cargo we picked up in the lake. So you don't even have to fix the bridge. Just totally skip it. Man, this field is getting worse and worse. Look at this turn over here. That's super bad. I'm just gonna cut that part out though. Try and go around here. Welcome in, Richard. How are you doing today? So far, so good. We're getting some of the farming done. I wanted to start working on this just because we hadn't done much of it at all yet. We only did one mission till the end of the stream yesterday. We started to do, well, we finished it actually, but we finished our second one. Today we did our third, and I think this is fourth. I think there's one more. So I think we should get this. We're at 98. There we go. Alright, let's check the contracts here. So we got... Oh, we gotta harvest the field. Oh, there's a harvest. We did grab the harvester already. Nice. Okay, never mind. They should have left this for FS22 or FS25 for sure. Honestly, I'm not really sure why. Like, to me it doesn't really make sense because we've already had a farming region. I think if they had done like one mission to farm and left you with the same farm tractors you had before, it would have been fine. But the fact that they added new farm tractors and added a couple more missions, they kind of made it the theme, is what kind of... Let's toggle the coupler mode. There we go. Did you have that storm last week? I don't think so. Are you talking about the, from the hurricane? We didn't get any of that up here. So if you don't know, Richard, I live in the, like, central Minnesota, so it's pretty far up there. Usually when the storms blow in, they'll turn and go east toward, like, the Carolinas and stuff after they hit the land. And so even if they do, you know, go quite far in and then turn, it's still usually not anywhere close to where I live, so... yeah, as far as I know, we didn't get any... Maybe some... slightly rain or something, but I don't think we got anything from that. Marty says I'm gonna go to bed. JJ, thanks for the stream. Wish you all the best. Thank you for stopping in, Marty. Have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you again soon. The F750 has a Power Stroke one that is OP. I think Rex uses that one as well. Probably, so I know Rex uses mods. I don't really watch a lot of people that use mods. So Rex does. I know Zing used to. Zatanna uses mods. And who else was on? I watched quite a few times. Maybe that's it. Actually, for me, they shorten farming too much. You don't have to harvest sometimes. The soybeans are barely used in the tasks. Yeah, it seems kind of weird, Derek, that this is the theme, but then it was like super, super light this time. Thanks and good night, Southang. Like, I think last time they went into it a little bit too heavy, and then this time, if it's going to be the theme, they probably should have done more. I think they should have avoided the theme altogether. Maybe just had a couple of fields. Like, I think this amount would have been fine if it wasn't even the theme. Like, if they just put in, like, oh yeah, farm 3 times, you're good. Although, actually, now that I say that out loud, I think they kind of have to, don't they? Because if they make it the theme, they have to give you those vehicles in case people don't have the other vehicles. Like, let's say somebody didn't buy Season 8, and they wanted to buy this one. If they didn't give you farm tractors, you'd have nothing to farm. So they have to give you farm tractors. That makes more sense now that I'm thinking about it. So they wanted to make it the theme, but make it a little bit lighter. JJ, the SnowRunner farmer. JJ lives in a closet, he told us earlier. Yeah, my whole setup is inside a closet. Yeah, I have like a, if you can picture, I don't even know how long the table is, but it's like a, oh, what was it? I think it was like 48 inches or something like that. I got like just a tabletop, and then I had to cut it to like 40 or something just to fit it in here. And I left a little bit of extra room so I could fit the cords by the side. But yeah, it's basically like a 40-inch wide closet. I think it's like 42 actually, but it's something like that, like 42 by 48 or, yeah, very small area. There we go. Potato farm opened. I think we gotta transport these 3 now to the next map. Actually, no, I know we have 2 of them on the next map. We might only need 1 of these. Maybe we don't need any at all, actually. I'm not sure of that either. Okay. So, yeah, we got 4 fertilizer. Wait. Oh, we gotta pick it up from here. 4 fertilizer to pick up there. That's the next map. That's potatoes. Oh, wait, that was the mission complete, wasn't it? I thought we had to grab something. Okay. I guess we can do this one. There's a lot of potatoes. We have the W990. Oh, wait, no. Somebody wanted us to use the HX520. I think they're long gone, but I said I would, so let's do that. Do I even have one? Oh, wait, why am I wrong class? I have 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potatoes. Okay, let's do this. Let's put a saddle low on it. Oops. There we go. He also eats in his sleep and sleeps in it. In the I should have got a grab trailer. In the closet. On the tractor you're driving, it's better to use 4 tires or 8. It depends what you're using it for. If you're trying to pull out a truck, you're going to want more tires. But the more tires make it harder to turn, and they're more of a pain to like get through trees and like tight areas. So if you're doing anything other than pulling out a vehicle that's stuck, or like trying to use the truck as like a rescue truck, I guess I would say, or a rescue tractor, I would run with 2 wheels, or I guess 4 instead of 8. I would run with 4. But the 8 definitely do help if you're like driving through some really muddy stuff or something. Then yeah, you might want to use the 8, but I don't think most people are gonna be running through too much mud. It's a long way away. Nuno says I'm not going to comment about closets. Fire says I was about to say that. Yeah, logging seems to be more exposed than farming here, and I'm not happy about it. Especially that changes to farming scenarios are a good thing, and they should make more contracts around it. Yeah, I think they got kind of scared from last time when they overdid it. Because yeah, this one, it seems like the logging is almost more of a focus with how much logging you have to do. I used 8 tires for farming, but swapped to 4 when I tested it for logging. Which one did you prefer, Southfang? I remember there's a contest in Season 8 that I used the K7M for and got a gold. Because it's through a bunch of swamp. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick. It was on... was it Heartlands or Harvest Corp? Yeah, here it is, treading water. You drive around through this big swamp area. You have to hit like a spot like here, and then here, and then here, and here, and here or something. You have to drive like a little S. And I used the K7M with the dualies, so it had 8 wheels. And we got a gold. Pretty funny. You used the Ancatra and Futon with the Forester. You tested 3 vehicles for the 10 log missions. We should have had more deliveries of fertilizers, soybeans, and potatoes. I'm trying to remember... Like you said, I think you said potatoes was 1. Oh, shoot. Potatoes 1, I know... Oh, we're about to go. Let's see if we can fix this. Oh no, we can't reach anything. Oh, here we go. Wow, that was kind of close. I could send you a picture. I'm actually sitting by the ocean at the moment. Yeah, go ahead and post it at... Well, Truth Lies, are you in my Discord? I don't know how you'd send it otherwise. Definitely agree. Even the fertilizer we used just 2 times. No, dang. Lewis asked if we wanted to watch him do logs with a small tractor, the Ancatra. I think I'll probably do some logs with that, but I don't know how many times I want to drive out there, because if we use the futon once... Wait, yeah, I've got to turn there. If we use the futon once and the Ancatra once, you know, that's... Depending on if you have the log cranes and stuff, that could be just 2 sets, or it could be a full thing. What's the Discord link? Southbang or Robert? Would one of you guys mind putting ! Discord? I don't know if it's oh, there. Actually, Robert put it up just before that, so it should be just above it. Thank you, Robert. I didn't notice that till I said it, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's one right there. And at the delivery point, okay. Do not use Ankatra for logs. Thank you, Southfang and Robert. I've 100%ed Glades on my solo hard mode save. Others are 80% plus. Wow, really? You have all of them 80% plus? That's really good. I cannot say the same. My my hard mode is 100% in all regions up to 5, and then 6, I don't even know what percentage we're at, like 30 maybe? And then 0 is all after that, because we're playing it in order. Only drawback to the Ankatra is the small fuel tank. You didn't find that the small tires were any kind of a hindrance there? I know when I drove it the first time, this is completely unupgraded. I had some troubles going through some deep mud. I probably should have drove more around the mud, but yeah, I kind of struggled in the deep mud. I felt like the tires, being a little bit smaller, were not taken too well to it. Not really? Okay, so maybe I just needed to upgrade it and drive a little better. Probably operator error. You had the dualies? Yeah, I only had the singles. Like I said, it was completely unupgraded. Basically bone stock, so no dualies, no bigger engine. I think that might be it actually. But yeah, no bigger winch. I got to pull forward just a little bit more. That's good to know. I'll definitely give it a try then. Southfang. So we'll do one load with the Ankatra, just for Nuno. For his insanity. Or sanity, I should say. Insanity. Yeah, no, actually, we'll put it on the top of the truck. Why not? It's great with the dualies. I haven't used it very much. We've done all of our farming with the futon, other than the one time when I used it completely stock, so I'm going to try and fit this. I want to keep it just like it is so that it fits between the exhaust here, if we can. Wait, no. Oop, there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Alright, I think we are good. We have to drop off 2 potatoes here. I'm going to shut this down for just a second, and then we got to go to the next map. We got 1, 2 in the north part, 3 kind of central. Where's the last one? 1, 2, 3. Is there 3 on the first map? Foothills, foothills, foothills. There is 3. Okay, 1 there. Oh, 1 way down there. Okay. I think we'll run out here first. That'll be number 1. Then maybe on the way back we'll go here. No, actually this one's the closest. We'll go to this one, number 1. Then we'll run across to this one. Then down to here, then to the port. Okay, we gotta go out to the right. Yeah, alright. Marvin, welcome in. Marvin, I'm really slacking. I gotta get with you on Discord. How have you been, Marvin? You sent the photos in the SnowRunner Discord? Alright. We'll check it out. Nuno says, and if the place doesn't have farming gear for farming, oh no. Not every map, or not every map, just the maps I have worked on. Oh, okay, gotcha. So base game, and then season 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. I probably should have refueled when I was there, but maybe I'll make an audible and go down and grab fuel first. I had fun in Season 12, Fire. Hope you do the same. Okay, gotta turn right, then turn left. Did you do the contract secret of the castle yet? I believe we have. Yes, we have. We've built the castle. I think that was the first thing we did yesterday on stream. So we finished that in like the first 10 minutes of stream yesterday. We started it the stream before, so Friday's stream. And then we finished it yesterday on Monday's stream. I put it on heavy-duty low-boy trailer with the Scout. Pulled it with the Kolob. Put the A&K Civilian with the fuel add-on. Very nice. Hauled them to the other map. Oh, so you... Shoot, I lost it. So you did what I was trying to do yesterday. You hauled the tractors around instead of actually... Actually, wait, what am I doing? Instead of driving them, you hauled them around. Hopefully this stays here. Alright. Oops. We're gonna go to challenge mode here, guys. We're gonna have to drive in first person the rest of the way. What do you think? We can see so much. Wait, is that my turn, though? That is my turn. I can't even see. Really, they can't go back to that either? Wow, I messed up. He said, okay, thanks, I'll rewatch them. Yeah, no problem. Lawrence, welcome in. How are you doing, Lawrence? Also, Slugworth. Sorry I didn't welcome you in. Welcome in, Slugworth. How are you doing? After Season 14, I'm going to top off the base game maps. It's a good idea. Those ones have some very good upgrades that are, you know, the top engine for the Russian side and American side are both in there. Or for most, a lot of trucks anyways. And to put the maintenance add-on on the Atom, picked up a service trailer to the farm, so I had tons of repair points. So you had all the repair points, all the fuel that you needed, and you transported them on a trailer so you didn't have to sort of struggle with driving them out there or driving very slow. Well, I mean, kind of still slow, but not as bad. Sounds like you had it planned out. I am doing good, Lawrence. How are you doing? Again, sorry for the late reply. Kind of slow and steady through here, huh? About ready to flip, though. Get pretty close. I had more than I needed. The flooded maps with support vehicles. Once you open the roads, it's worth taking the time and place those so you can keep doing the tasks and contracts. Yeah, it's funny. I used one of the free vehicles, Southfang. I think you might have seen it already, but there's a truck on this road. I think it's right on the corner here. Oh, maybe this. And I brought the truck up to here. And then I've been refueling from it. You have to bring it here to complete the mission, but it has a fuel tanker on it, and I stole all the fuel out of it. It's at like... I think the truck is full, and I think I have like 300 liters out of the 1,800, so I've stole like 1,500 liters out of it so far. Lawrence says I'm doing alright. How long have you been streaming for? We're at 2 hours 45 minutes right now, Lawrence. We start pretty close to the same time every day, maybe a minute or two early or late, but generally about the same time. Alright, this seems like it shouldn't be too bad. Famous last words though, right? Actually, hang on. I could throw this one out though. We can pick that up on the way back. Do you know what contract needs to be completed to move the Fleet Star on foothills? I do not. I saw that yesterday. I think it might be this one. I have not started that one. I'm not sure. But yeah, I saw the Fleet Star sitting right here. I have no idea what moves it. Does anybody else know? I know Mr. Spoon has played quite a lot. Southbank, I think you played a decent amount. I know Brandon has as well, but I haven't seen Brandon in here. Does anybody know how you get that Fleet Star to move? Actually, I'm going to unpack now. Yeah, I placed a whole bunch of trucks around the gateways and ports to support the working vehicles, made it much faster to complete the region. Are you already done, Southbank? Vitaly says it will be opened later. So maybe it's through a contract or task that you have to do that it pops up later. Oh, it's a task, okay. So Insanity, maybe by the sounds of it, you have to complete something and then it pops up. Solar winds, okay. Thank you, Southfang. Thank you, Vitaly. Appreciate the info. So you have to do a task called South Winds. I always found it weird how they have some of them locked behind there, and you don't really know how to, like, which ones to do to unlock it, you know? So you're kind of just in the dark guessing, like, well, maybe this one. You do it. Nope. Okay, how about this one? Ooh. Oh, there's a Hummer down there. I remember seeing that yesterday, actually. I'm going to assume this is something we need to pull out at some point. What percentage are you at? That's a good question. I'm not actually sure, Lawrence. I think we were at 56 last time I checked. I think we might be up to 57 or 8 now. 56 still. Okay. Oh, because we didn't actually complete any of those. That's right. So of those missions, we did the farming part, but we didn't deliver the materials, I think. We didn't deliver the fertilizer, I think we had to go do. We did not do that. I think this is actually my first time being on this side of the river here. Don't mind me. Just pulling right up on your lawn, running over your trees. Some really nice houses in here. The maps of Season 14 are very beautiful. Austria is romantic. Beautiful country. Alpine landscapes, the Austrian maps are... Oh, I got a packet. Are excellent. I really like Season 14. Nice maps, lots of interesting missions. Yeah, I think so too. I said earlier, I think this is one of the... I know it's another one of the regions that's like... I think I'll take it all. I might need to put more back. I think it's another region that's very well made. It just feels... It has a different feel to it. The houses look different, you know. Oh shoot, I missed the... I didn't even start the task. I drove right through it. Sharp turn. Alright, let me... maybe back this trailer up here. I'm going to try and get it right in the middle of the road. That's going to tip over. Southern says, I just wish I could deliver more soybeans and potatoes. Okay, let's try that. Gizmo also says it's a task. Thank you, Gizmo. Oh man, rolled a 5 and rolled a 21. Streamlabs is giving you guys them low numbers today. Deliver the Hummer to the house. Where is the Hummer? Oh, that house. Okay. Well, I got it pulled out anyways. I thought maybe it had to go right here in this area. Oh, sorry, Lawrence. I don't remember if I checked it already. 56. I think I did. Looks like the casino's back to normal again. The winning streak is over. Yeah, I guess that does go back to the road. Why not? Another task over here. See if I can pick it up quick. That's one we've already started, okay. So I guess we'll take the Hummer with us back to the main road, maybe slightly down the road. We gotta probably pick up fuel again on the way. So maybe we'll just go to port, grab fuel, then drive towards the garage. We can pull the vehicle out with fuel and then refuel it there. That'll be the last little bit. Alright, got the Hummer. Taking our random damage again. Oh, here's our last potatoes we gotta pick up. I just tried to turn on the Hummer because I tried to open up the crane, but I was connected to that, so I was grabbed, tried to turn it on. Has anybody here completed 14 yet? That's bad. I think the highest percentage I've heard so far is 80. Is anybody higher than 80? Oh, Southbank, you did the rest of it today. Wow, that's impressive. Yes, 5 minutes ago. Vitaly, I might have forgotten what I asked, but what was the answer to 5 minutes ago for? Derek's 86, okay. 94, but don't do contests, yeah. Makes sense. I do the contest, but I don't like doing them. Oh, who completed 14? Oh, you just did 5 minutes ago. Very nice. That's crazy. You guys are so far ahead of me now. I think I might end up switching the order of which I had these trucks. Yeah, actually I can leave that truck here. Lauren says I've got about 5 contracts to go, so I'm 93%. Wow. You guys just fly through these regions. Now I've got another question. Wait, I gotta drop the potatoes off up there too? Oh no, that's a Hummer. Potatoes were in the bag? Yeah, here we go. Oh, okay, yeah, the 2 spots I marked. Duh. So here's a question for you guys. What do you normally do after you beat a season if you beat it so quickly? I know a lot of you guys play some other maps, play with friends, use mods, play other games. What is it that you do? Ratman, welcome in. Wait, this is a turn. Here we go. You're new here and you love this game. That's good. We love the game too. A lot of us are longtime players here. But thanks for stopping by. Actually, I'm going to go to the further one, I think. This one looks kind of bumpy. Yeah, we got lots of people in here who enjoy playing the game. Always welcome to new members. You will fit right in, I'll tell you that much. This is the main thing that I played on the channel, so. Okay. I redo games from start using harder trucks. Join random co-op games and MJ streams. Or play other games. Go back to hard mode. So we kind of got 2 hard modes. One play with random people or MJ. So 3 of you guys said you basically play SnowRunner. Southbank also mentioned other games. Lauren says to go back to Farm Sim after I'm done with SnowRunner. Okay, so another game. I sleep well after a new season. That's funny, Vitaly. It's like I sleep good after I complete it. Anybody else? What do you guys do after you complete a season? It probably depends on how far you are into the game too. You know, like if you've only beat up to like season 3, and then you come in and beat season 14, well then you probably go back and start on season 4, right? But if you've already 100%ed all the other regions, then what do you do? And how early do you beat it? You know, if you beat it a week after it's out, well then you have like, you know, 6 weeks. No. 12 weeks before the next one probably comes out. Gizmo says, mostly go back to other maps, or I go to RDR2 or Assassin's Creed game. I got all of them. I own almost every Assassin's Creed game too. I think the only one I'm missing, I think, is the newest one. I could be wrong on that. Another random question. Have we rolled over yet today, guys? I don't think we have. I think we've got no rollovers today. No tip overs. Be right back. JJ's trying to roll over. Thought we'd take damage on that for sure. I also keep exploring the map, traveling through it. Underpowered vehicles. Trying the 770G right now. It's not easy. I was using the 770G in my hard mode the other day, Southang. I know I talk about it all the time that I kind of like it as a fuel tanker just because it can't do anything else. But yeah, sometimes it's really tough to get it across the map. I actually got it stuck. No winch points, just stuck out in the middle of the river. Thank you, Truth Lies. You must have missed my previous reply, but thank you for posting that. I'll check it out after the stream. I mean, you did farming hard to roll over there. That's true. Go to another saver map. Okay. I think I'm going to try and scoot up here. I don't have red. That's it, the last one. What is the last one called? I can't remember the name of it. I'm trying to think. I know I played it. They had like a free trial period and I played it. I can't remember the name of it though. Mirage. That's it, right? I don't own Mirage, but I think I own almost all of the other ones. Gizmo says we did flip the Fem. Oh yeah, true. We were pulling the Fem behind us and we flipped. Well, we didn't flip, the Fem flipped. I play ETS 2 after finishing a season. What do you think of the new Scouts? I actually think they're really good. I think both of them are really good. Maybe not so for scouting, but actually hauling stuff. They're really good hauling trucks. For scouting vehicles, there's not really that many that are actually good at pulling stuff. I feel like both of the Earth Roamers are very good at pulling stuff. I was wondering if that sign wasn't solid. Okay. 2 down, 4 to go. 1 more on this map, 3 on the other map. But yeah, I think both the Earth Roamers are actually really good trucks. I remember being disappointed when they first came in, and still kind of am. Like, I would much rather have a off-road or a heavy-duty truck. But yeah, I mean, I guess they're better than having another super heavy like the Fem or something. Like, we have a lot of those already. So Thing says they're better than I expected. Does that count since you weren't driving it? I wouldn't count it. I drive, but you know, everyone's got their own, I guess, stat tracker of how they want to count it, right? Their own rules. We kind of did the same thing yesterday. I'm not sure if you were in here, iDrive, but we flipped over. We had the Azov 73210 hauling the Futam tractor on the back. We took a turn like this. I just noticed there's a bunch of logs in here. Actually, I think I did notice that before. But we took a turn like this on a hill, and the truck kind of tipped. We didn't lose the engine, we didn't fully flip over, but the truck came unpacked and rolled off of it. So again, I wouldn't count that because, you know, we didn't tip over. The other truck we were carrying did. So according to my book, we've flipped 5 times now in 21 hours. But according to some other people, we might have flipped 6 or 7. Depends on how you count it. I'm pleasantly disappointed. It goes surprisingly well in Russian terrain. That's funny. Spoon says, you flipped. You flipped it. That was almost one right there. Spoon, I think you were not here earlier today, but the one that Gizmo's talking about, we were pulling the Fem behind us. And we were going up a little, kind of the same thing, like a turned... we were turning and the road was going up and turning at the same time. The Fem like hit the road and flipped over. We were winching it behind us. So, again, I wouldn't count it, but it's up to you guys how you want to count it or not. Dang it, I just flipped and dropped my hay bales. You reminded me of when I did that in Season 12 iDrive. There's that, let's see if I can even show it. There's that spot on, is it Elvira Hills? No. I think it's Reactive Zone, right here. There's a bunch of hay bales in this little like trench area. And I picked them up and then I remember making a comment about how I'm going to try not to flip over and then immediately flipped over. The LTI can float and not tip over on water? Really? That's interesting. I know I've tested that before with some vehicles, but not that one. I never load trucks, so only flip one at a time. I have around 10,000 plus flips at 66%. Or 10 plus, sorry, not 10,000. I thought it was 10K there for a second. For me, it's a flip truck, not flip only driving truck. What am I stuck on? There we go. I think I might see if I can sneak through here. Yeah, I remember that mission. That's funny. I love the Dairy Special more than the Fem. Feels more powerful to me. I think the Dairy Special does have the most... maybe they... I can't remember. I think it was like 3,000 difference. If I remember, the Dairy Special was the highest in torque. At like 285. I think the Fem has 288 or something like that. So it just barely overtook it. Okay, we can go all the way to this road. And then we'll turn here, I think. Yeah. I've gone around the back road. I definitely don't want to go that way. Spoon says he's going to play some more tonight. Do the log session. How far are you now, Spoon? What percentage are you at? Truth Lies says, but they get stuck in the North Port at the Mud Devil's Pit. Oh yeah, the Earth Roamers. When I winch a truck, if I flip it, it counts. I don't count as a flipped truck. Or wait. When I winch a truck, if I flip it, I still count. You still count it as a flipped truck. Gotcha. You don't count, but other people might, yeah. That's kind of what I was saying, like, I wouldn't count it. How does the torque impact driving? Do you notice it? So torque is basically how the game... It's kind of their horsepower, I guess. The higher the torque, the more power an engine has. I mean, it's also real life, but... yeah, if you were to like lower the torque a bunch, and I think it takes quite a bit to be noticeable. Like if you were to lower it like 1,000, you're probably not really going to notice it. I guess depending on how much the torque normally is, but... If you were to take it from 288 to like 287, you're probably not going to notice it. It's going to be pretty small. I'm not feeling good about this. Let me see if I can attach a winch to... That's too far. But yeah, you can definitely notice it in some of the bigger trucks when you have a lot of torque. Like you just know that they're a lot stronger than some of the smaller ones, you know? Okay, we're kind of stuck. Might have to unpack here if we can't get this moving. There we go. Dairy is lighter and smaller, so it feels a lot more powerful. Gotcha. The Fem without diff log is a nightmare. Even with it, sometimes it's a nightmare. 66% on all tasks. Oh, that's what you're saying with the 66. Gotcha. In Unterfeld are done. All farming, all warehouses, all bridges. Very nice. Oh crap, that's my turn? Oh, there is a road there. I didn't even notice it. Wow. Oh no, Gizmo. He said, I'm done for now. Keep flipping trucks. Might be tired. I remember in Season 13 we had a good flippy truck era. We flipped one, brought out a rescue truck, flipped that, brought out another rescue truck, flipped that, and then I think we rescued it. So it was the fourth truck. Well, the first one obviously it's going to happen. We're really stuck, aren't we? But yeah, we flipped like 3 rescue trucks. Or I think 2 rescue trucks, and the third one rescued it, but I think the third one had to rescue the first one, and then the first one flipped back over in the process or something. We had like 4 of them in a matter of like 5 minutes. 5 minutes might be exaggerating, but it was a very short period, and I brought out a rescue truck, flipped that, brought out another one, flipped that, brought out another one, and then I think I flipped one of them in the process of flipping the other one back over or something, and I'm like, oh my god. You got 6 trucks in the same spot. That was like me. I had a bunch of them. I think I might just skip this part and go right up over the hill. It's kind of a sharp turn for me. The Atom feels great in Season 14. Again, as far as I know, I don't think the Atom got any changes from 13, but it might have. Just some observation. Breakable tower is a lot easier to cross with first-person view. That's good. I've never thought about doing that, but it's a good tip there, Vitali. I might have to try that. Alright, I'm going to unpack these. These are getting quite tough to pull. Well, I tried, got 6 in the same spot. Yeah, I've been there and done that before. What is your favorite vehicle? The Zix 612H is OP. Yeah, the Zix 612H is pretty powerful. I would say that one's up there in the top 4 trucks for sure. Kenworth 963 is also up there. Zix 605R and probably the FEM would be the top 4, I would say. Last stream I was in, I fell asleep watching you. All good, Fire. I've heard that many a times, and the first time I heard it, I kind of was like, is that good or bad? Like, does that mean that I'm boring, or like, is that a good thing? Like, it's kind of calm and relaxing and like soothing or something, you know? Could go either way, but I'll take it as a compliment. Because I also do the same thing. I watch YouTube videos to go to sleep. I just have to have something on usually. You have to go. Bye. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Vitali, for stopping in. You were here from the start, so appreciate that. Have a good rest of your night. I know it's getting kind of late over there. What is it, midnight? I can't remember the time change. I know it's 6 hours. It might even be 1 o'clock for you. 6 hours for the UK, and you're like an hour or 2 after that, so. But my favorite truck is the Step 39331 Pike. 1 a.m. Wow. So yeah, it's one of the trucks you get in Season 8. It's kind of a smaller truck. I'm not really sure why I like it so much, but I just have fun with it. I'm going to try and push myself a little bit this way to make it up this turn here. Well, that's not going to work. Let's see if I can maybe push off of this more. I'm having a really tough time turning here. Derek, you like the Pike too? Yeah, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite trucks to use. I don't know why. Oh, we're almost out of fuel. Thank you, Mark. We do have a truck here at the same spot, so we can get some fuel from it if we need, which we will. Ah, shoot, not that. You were very tired. Using it a lot in your hard mode playthrough? Happened to me one time, but I was awake for 48 hours. Jeez. Okay, so we got a turn here. This turn? Yeah, that's it, okay. Zig 612H is the best vehicle in SnowRunner. Very powerful. Yeah, I don't know if I would call it the best, but it's like one of the top, probably top 3. I think you can, the FEM is really strong, but it's not as versatile, so I think you can kind of rule that one out. I don't know, maybe you leave it in there, but because you could say the same thing about the Zig 605R, but I don't know. I would say it's probably between the Kenworth 963, the Mastodon, and the 605R as far as the top vehicles go. Come on. We're almost there. I know we're going to run out, but yeah, that looks like a pretty good spot here. Okay, we got to go to the 990 here. Let's detach the trailer. Actually, hang on. I'm going to pull the trailer with me so I have the room to turn around when I get back up here. Where are you in the U.S.? I live in central Minnesota. So if you were to look at like the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul, they're called the Twins because they're like right next to each other and they're both huge and kind of, I don't know. They're two really big cities, I guess. I'm just a little bit north of that. Like an hour or two north of there. Your favorite is the Taiga? Yeah, the Taigas are both really good. Pike is fun. 612H is the most OP. It flies through everything. 605R is better through mud and heavy snow. BM17 deserves some love. Okay, let's put all of our roof rack in there. Actually, I think I might just leave a tiny little bit in this truck. If I remember right, we got that trailer for free. Truth Lies says, I like the Dairy Special and the Tuz 420. Yeah, the Tuz 420 is probably one of the best scouts as well. It has its downsides, which it can't haul trailers, but I would say it's probably the best scout. JJ, I got you. I'm in the EU, so don't know much about the detailed geography of the US. So if you know where, well, I guess it's kind of hard to explain. Well, I can't pack when I'm moving. I was gonna say it's hard to explain when I'm driving, but then I can't pack when I'm moving. So if you take the US from like New York to California and you split the difference like right in the middle, then you go all the way up to the top. That's the state that I live in. And then if you go down just a little bit, that's where I live. I live about 6 hours from the border, which I know for people in EU, depending on where you're from, you're like, oh, that's a long ways, but in the US it's huge. So it's not that far. We would say that I live close to the border. Oh, you know where it lies. Okay. So yeah, I live like in the central part there. but thanks for the details. Gotcha. I'm back, JJ. How many times have you rolled over? So far, Lawrence, depending on how you count it, I would say 0 today. We were pulling a fem behind us and that tipped over. Some people counted that one. But other than that, that's the only time we've ever remotely got close to tipping over. Well, we didn't get close to tipping over, I guess, but I shouldn't say that either, because we did get close to tipping over a few times, but yeah, we've never actually rolled yet today. I understand, JJ, I'm in the middle of my state. It takes around 2 days to get to another state. Jaren, you must be from Texas, right? Oh, Australia. Wait, why did I say Texas? When you said state, I just assumed state, but I know you're from Australia. What am I doing? Crazy how gaming and streaming connects people all over the world. Isn't that weird? I know that the first day when we were streaming, we were figuring out which time zones people were from. We had 9 different time zones. 0, come on, I don't believe you. We've been on a pretty good streak, Lawrence. I think this season actually is the lowest we've had, maybe ever. We've only had 5 so far the entire season, in my count. I don't count the one when we pulled the truck behind me and it flipped. Yesterday we also had... We were hauling a truck on top of our truck, like we had a... I don't know, like a towing platform. And the truck that we were hauling flipped off, but we never flipped, so I wouldn't count that one either. But if you were counting them, you could be up to 7-ish. 100% bunker, it's awesome. In real life, the Zix-612H is a military vehicle used to carry rockets, I believe. S-400 missiles, yeah. I believe the Zix-612H is the top one. I watched a video on it, but that's before Season 12. I mean, it's kind of subjective too, though. Right? Well, I shouldn't say it's kind of... It is subjective. Like, I personally... I say the Zix-605R is the top truck, and it always has been since it came out. There's other trucks that can push it in certain categories, and again, like I said with the FEM, it's the FEM is not very versatile, so like it can't do any logs. So like you could say, you know, knock it down a few notches, but in my book, the 605R is the top truck, and I don't see that getting overtaken anytime soon. I don't think they're going to come out with anything better than that. I could be wrong, but... Fire says I live in CA, Kern County. CA being California? Or is that a different country? I live in Nova Scotia, by the way. Smash that like button, thank you. Pika says, do you use low gears? Not really, no. Usually the only time I ever use low is if I have to switch to... Oh, crap. Well, I took the wrong turn, but... That's fine, I guess. I was supposed to go down this way. Oh, wait. No, I wasn't. Yeah, I'm going the right way. I want to go down to this road. Okay. My map was turned a little bit. Confused me. Now, usually the only time I use low gear is if I'm trying to switch into diff lock. I rarely use it other than that. And actually, if you've been here for a while, normally I use a truck with the high-range gearbox, which only has low, like right now. We have 8 gears. So if we can get up to the second gear, a lot of the time you can kick it up into high and really start cruising. But every once in a while you'll get in a situation where you're like this and you're like, oh crap, I can't move. You wish you had low, or low minus, low plus. But yeah, I only have the low. Ratman says, I think I'm the only one here from Hungary. Probably right now we do have some viewers from Hungary. Hungary's probably, if I had to guess, like around 25-30 for my top countries. It's up there. YouTube shows you the top 50, and then if you want to see more, you have to download it, which I've never done, so. Derek says, regards from PL. Where's PL? I think the 6.5R still rules, but the Plaid is pretty strong too. Yeah, the Plaid is up there as well. Good one, Derek. Kind of forgot about that one. The Plaid is super, super stable, which makes it very, very strong. I'm hungry, does that count? The Plaid also has that little, like, spare wheel on the back, that big thing that pops up. Yes, California, okay. And that actually helps to overload. If you guys are overloaders, it, you know, gives it a barrier or something that it can't fall out as easily. So that's actually super nice if you're an overloader. And then again, since it's super stable. Poland, you think? Okay. I thought you were going to say Portland. I was like, Portland, Oregon? Probably just me and Ian from Australia. Yeah, we have Jaron, Ian, and... crap. Lawrence, sorry. Lawrence, I forgot your name for a second. We got 3 from Australia right now that I know of. Yes, Poland, okay. Okay. Yeah, we just need to go to the port. Okay. Forgot about that. Plaid is a very good truck, but the fuel and the little ticking noise. PL is Poland, okay. So we just got a little tip that it's easier to go through this in first person. Let's try it. We're coming up to the breakable section here. Hang on a second. My nephew came down, he's like, if you're not gonna eat, we're gonna put the food away. And I was like, no one told me it's time to eat. I checked my phone, I got a text 25 minutes ago saying it was time to eat. Oops. Alright, so I guess we are gonna end it here, guys. I was gonna go get some fuel. Oops. But we'll have to do that next time. Fuel station's not far. But, yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize that I was supposed to leave 25 minutes ago. So, yeah, thank you everybody for stopping in. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. Hopefully you guys come back. I know, Martin, you're new, Ratman, Snowy. A lot of you guys I have not seen in a while. Or haven't seen, you know, first time here. I'm going to shut this off. So yeah, thanks everybody. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. Not sure what we'll be streaming tomorrow, but probably some more Season 14, maybe some Farming Simulator, we'll see. But have a good rest of your night, everybody, and see you later.